Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie about
Patrick, vous n'avez pas perdu la main?
Est-ce que vous pouvez couper
On va regarder un film sur la...
Hi, everybody. Well,
Okay. Let's see. You know, I don't think I ever really thought on how to do this shit. It's like, first of all, well, we have like nameplates. I never like introduced myself. But yeah, I'm just noise pollution. And you know, not too many people like noise pollution. But fuck those people.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean, but fuck those people.
Oh, no. No.
Sodomize them.
No. Ew.
Okay, so let me just get my shit together. Well, first of all, I'm showcasing my link to Rumble where I can actually get super chats. So if anybody bothered to support me, which that would sure be nice, they could that way, seeing as how YouTube don't like me enough. And we also have a residential supporter.
Hi, Midnight Ladybug.
Okay. Hey, if anybody's out there watching, make yourself known. It really smooths the whole experience for us all.
Yeah.
Well, right off. Okay, we got one. Fucking ladybugs. I need to call an exterminator or something.
I like ladybugs.
Okay, first of all, I was gonna showcase how on a fellow streamer, somebody I stream with on Reality Based often, is fairly well known in the certain circles of YouTube. Toasty. Her stream was, you know, speaking of infested, the murky monster invaded.
Oh.
Alyssa Mercante, which that just sounds pretentious. I'll just keep saying Mercanti.
Well,
But yeah. Okay, to be fair, they were bad mouthing her in the stream. And I had an open invitation to join the stream, and I was like, I don't know if I really feel up to doing it. Then I seen that shit start to go down. I was like, uh-oh, this is getting fun. Maybe I should jump in the stream. But okay, to be fair, they were kind of bad mouthing her. But also, to be fair, she calls for people to badmouth her with her actions. It's like she can't get enough of the attention. It's like somebody had pointed out she gets off on humiliation, which, you know, as I pointed out, is a form of falls under the umbrella of BDSM. I have that video clip, which shortly after the action happened in it, I popped into the stream.
Yeah, and maybe some other types of rot too. So who knows?
Oh, you're talking about cock rot. You want to avoid that, lads. Stay away from, like, dirty horse.
Yeah,
Stay
beware
away
of
from
the,
British wars.
beware of the black syphilis.
That's right.
Okay, you seen that a second ago was her very first comment.
Yeah.
Beware the rabid wombat. Okay.
Yeah, that too.
So she's like, this part of New York, and whatever that just said, east, blah, 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 blah. So she's trying to pinpoint Toasty's position is what she's trying to do. She also made it a point to call her by her name, by her, birth given name, which she wouldn't have known unless she'd watched the stream from the beginning. You see it right there in the side chat that on Toasty's stream there.
Yeah.
The Alyssa Merck, East Williamsburg area, which I'm not a New Yorker. I don't know shit about New York. I'm not gonna pretend to know. But apparently, both Alyssa and Toasty are in New York, and probably not that far from each other. I wouldn't know. But Alyssa's trying to pinpoint her location and making it a point to memorize and use her name, just like she did with Smash JT.
Oh, that's not good.
She doxed him while hiding her own
Yeah.
address and all such.
Yeah.
I'll let this video continue.
Spin the wheel of wetness for prizes. Donate $10 and up.
What? Spin the wheel of wetness.
Indeed. You might even
That would
want
have
to
been that would have had
on
some. That would have a bit more je ne sais quoi if it was the wheel of moistness.
Oh,
The wheel.
not
of wetness.
wrong.
Industry, you said you suck. Is that true? And if not, then and if it is, then why are the people who are accusing you of that wrong?
Is it true she made the tweet, or is it true she did
Well,
that?
yeah, is it true she made the tweet? And if it's true, that's
And you see my comment. I think you fuckers are addicted to streaming. Why do I say this? Because I had not long gotten off of a stream with many of these same people, which they'd just gotten off, many of them just gotten off a stream before that stream. So there's like fucking non-ending streaming. Do these fuckers sleep? Do they eat? I don't know. They just stream. But I try to be supportive, even though I think they need to take it easier to live life a little more. But yeah, I'm fully supportive.
she made that tweet, which I know it's true because I've seen it.
God,
Those
those
guys
guys
aren't they
look they're
justified
like
in
they're
saying
about
that you
ready
made
to
it to the
fire
top by sucking
lasers.
people?
My God,
Nice
it
She's
was
about
really
the
a joke.
Homelander's sub-body.
Well, and look at her face.
She's turning into the Homelander. She's about ready to cut somebody in half with laser vision.
Yeah.
Notice noise pollution for a moment. I think you fuckers are addicted to streaming. It's good to see you.
See, they know it's true.
Noise.
Thanks, Noise. Good to see you in the chat.
Moist.
Moist. Thank you.
If you made the tweet.
Good to
No,
see you.
but this
That's a
works
good catch.
because
No,
of
she's-
watching. Yep,
Mhm.
for the matching W's. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
She's very
Okay.
sex
Gotta
positive.
Get that alliteration going.
Yes.
So listen, did you say
Well,
that?
folks,
Did you
I
tweet
do
that
have
out?
to
That
hit
tweet.
the old dusty trail. It is 7:20 and my show's at 7:30. I gotta.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, dude,
Thanks for
that works.
joining.
You bet. We're going to be talking about Judas Priest. And an unrelated note, the people that introduced the leather scene into the heavy metal scene, Rob Halford and the gang. Let it be known.
Yeah, right before this, I had mentioned that fact to him that Rob Halford brought leather into the metal scene, which
Yeah.
he already known. He just may be reciting to his own knowledge. I don't know, but whatever the case, I just thought I'd throw in that in there. We have the Nobody, Hell Noise, Hell the Nobody,
Hi, nobody.
which that saying that out loud, Hell Nobody. It's like saying fuck everybody, isn't it?
Well, when I see their name, it makes me think of that Marilyn Manson song, "The Nobodies."
Okay, the Nobody. We're going over where the Murky monster, Alyssa Mercanti, where she showed up in Toasty's stream, and I joined the stream shortly after because I wanted to get in on some of the laughs. I mean, in which I state, part of me feels like we should have just ignored her, but then the other part of me was like having fun because everybody else was having fun. But I'll continue.
That leather doesn't always
No,
mean you're
no.
gay, but if you're gay, you're more than likely wearing leather. And on that note, I will catch y'all on the flip.
Thanks for joining,
Indeed.
Tony.
Safe travels,
Appreciate
Tony.
it.
Have a great
Good.
stream.
Happy trails,
Bye.
Tony.
Alrighty, there we
Beat
go.
that you've
Bring it
seen.
back to the comment.
I think hyperbole is a lost art.
The JT guy would have to somehow prove that most people would look at this and assume
JT guy. Just
That
call
this-
him JT. That's it.
this is a serious
Or smash.
answer to a question of how you got your job at
I mean, and I forget a lot of people's names, but his name is very easy to remember.
Right.
Kotaku. Her simply bringing
And the
up a tweet
JT
that's-
guy like takes way longer to say than just saying smash or even smash.
And it's real nice of Lilith to say hi to me on that stream. But unfortunately, she doesn't join this one. So what can I say?
Smash JT.
Right. Like,
I mean,
what the hell?
whatever.
already been out in the public that clearly was a joke, whether you think it was or not. Her talking about the tweet that everybody has access to didn't blow up her lawsuit because it was already in the public discourse. And her saying that she had been a cam girl does nothing to blow up the lawsuit. So when Alyssa
When
came to
she
me
says-
and
says she's
we
been
were talking
alleged that
about
she
coming on the show,
viewed conduct and stripping, whether digitally or IRL, is considered kind of like a lewd conduct. Yeah, I think she kind of undermines your case. Just saying. And when someone comments on things that were posted prior to and asks questions about them, regardless of the tone, they're still asking questions.
I think you're muted.
Yeah, I did that to myself. But I was saying, I think it takes a moment or two before they realize it was the murky cunt that entered their chat. So I'll try to get to that point.
Okay.
And more importantly, the point to where I joined the stream because, hey, it's all about me now.
I
Currents
swear,
are weak on the show.
optics is everything.
She's
No one's responding to me about it. And when I go to see
the VOD.
subs, and so I can't.
Her, but she put out a new video today.
Alyssa's
Yeah, they have all been ratioed to.
the
Yeah, like her
subscribers you got.
Will of the Fans has said what's going to be
I'm looking.
hilarious
I'm
is
trying to get there.
she's on pace, so it's going to be hilarious when she sits here at that point in time and says, "I'm a member." Thing that she's been saying, and to think of what a
Hey, what the hell?
You know
Let me see
what?
if
Give me a minute. I'll probably say.
yeah, I was going to say yeah.
came to me and said, "Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna send it to you through your DM.
she's a very smart lady." She's like, "Yeah, of course."
He is a moron.
Here are
that's-
things.
Can't clarify that, and I can't.
The main thing.
Was able to get on that one day.
seriously, you're not. You're
Hipster cafe things where they're all like vegan.
I believe it was this comment that they all started noticing that, hey, it's the real cunty.
Oh, okay.
I've heard about Alyssa. She just feeds on negativity like a demon. Almost, if a horrible case, but most of these things feed on the hate. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, there's many women and some men that act like this. They are attention whores, and I can't be sued on that. That's just an opinion. I mean, it may be a fact as well. Oh yeah, hey, we have we have a newcomer, and Furious Dan has joined us.
You know,
Hi, Furious Dan.
how's it going? How's it going? You know damn well. I know you guys were talking about this.
Yeah, yeah,
know
we're
it,
talking
bro.
about your favorite person here.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my god. That
you know,
person
I've
is
got
hideous.
some things I got to say about this.
Look, I know damn well Furious Dan here. He got some shit to say about this.
I know.
Let me tell you right now, Alyssa, I know you're lurking. I know damn well you are, because you're
Okay,
watching
look,
me.
she may
You're
join Toasty's channel, but damn near no one watches mine. I'm
Don't
grateful for
worry,
anybody that does.
don't worry about it. I'll be watching your channel too. I'll be lurking. I'll be all over the place. Shout out to the chat here. How's it going? Hi, Alyssa. The retard's here. Okay. She called me a retard months ago, so the retard's here. I love being retarded, only for her.
Yeah, Alyssa Mercanti called Dan here retarded.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what happened when we was having the Civil War chat about, Trump and Kamala Harris. And Melanie Mack was there, and she actually wished for a woman president, which she's actually, wished it. And then we had a little discussion about a civil war, which I really started the fire with her. And she was calling me back off. But that never happened. I say, yes, it did, just to fuck with her. But it never did happen, which she was right about that one thing. But I only did that just to get on her fucking on her toes. But to tell the truth, man, she is a very evil creature. And she has no moralities for anybody. She is let's just say a narcissist person or very opinionated. She can't handle the truth on anything you say to her. And she can even handle a freaking joke at all, period. And that's the problem with that lady. She is bad. She's really that bad. And what I heard that her parents are actually conservatives.
What?
Which says, yeah. She's
Yeah,
conservative.
she had said that herself in an interview.
Mm-hmm. With Josh.
Well, then how the hell did she turn out like this?
I had no
fucked her over,
idea.
probably.
Let's just say that she was actually born crooked. Her mother should have just punched herself in her stomach and just flipped her out like she was a bar of soap.
Yeah.
Go ahead. That's what she should have done.
But
because that child came out fucked up.
Here, I mean, I've watched a few things from her that she's done to other people, and she's just a horrible damn person.
Okay. Nobody says this
God.
is slur. It's funny how these insane woke people cherry pick things, and it's insane. They can take the most simplest, innocent thing and twist it. But these people slur themselves.
And the thing is with her, she is picking victims because she's so desperate for money right now. She's looking for anybody to sue. You think right now she's not gonna plan a lawsuit against me? What's she gonna get out of me? Come on. Nothing. I live in the freaking hood. For crying out
Probably
loud.
the same thing we got. We got a whole lot of nothing too.
I got like what 53 subscribers. She wants to sue people with thousands of subscribers like Smash JT and Hypno. You know what I'm saying? She wants to sue people like Jeremy Webb, like big people, like multi-millionaires. What she want to do with us? Nothing. She's not gonna get nothing out of us.
Well, the thing is why in the world is she going after Toasty?
Because the thing is that Toasty was on SNH and her face was already known on SNH. So
Toasty
had made thumbnails about her. And and for the second that day that we were actually having a conversation about Mercante yesterday, Toasty was asking me for the link. So she was lurking to begin with. Because remember, she posted a thumbnail about Mercante to begin with, but she was there at the beginning. And the thing is, since nobody knew the actual, YouTube channel of Mercante, I knew about it. So I decided to, send it to her DM, and then it popped out her DM on the X platform. And then from there, I was like, okay, you know what? Let me send it on the chat. So her full name popped out when I sent it to her on the chat. And, the actual chat when the people are at right now. and her name popped out. She, you know, like she throwing it out her name and it says Alyssa Marie Mercante. And then,
Oh.
like maybe an hour and 30 minutes later, boom, she invited Alyssa for a cup of coffee at Williamsburg.
Yeah, which we all know was a thinly veiled threat, and she has a
Yeah.
history of challenging female streamers like
Barbara Dark,
Dark and
Melanie Mack,
Mac.
and I think now Toasty. So far, 3.
Yeah,
Well-
and Toasty
Oh,
is in
and
a
No Ray. And No Ray.
relatively close proximity to her, so that's another reason.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yep.
I got no time for people like that.
Me either. And you know what it is? It's a waste of time with people like her. Like, I really, to tell the truth, we rather talk about pop culture, video games, movies, little bit of politics here and there. I don't know too much about politics like that. I could be always incorrect about politics. I hate politics, to tell the truth. It's just a dirty thing. Like, there's no win situation, you know? So with politics, but when it comes to like pop culture and video games and movies, it's always a win for me.
Yeah.
That is, you know, to tell the truth.
But this woman, if you can even call her that, I mean, my gosh, she's straight highway. There's nothing there, you know what I mean? But if she would just back off a little bit and leave everybody alone,
But-
she might be a little bit happier.
But she's
You
not
know?
gonna do that. She's not gonna do that. She's a child born and raised on hate. Maybe I
Yeah.
don't know what her parents did to her, or maybe something happened to her that made her go that way. We don't know. Like I say, we don't judge people's history because we don't know what happened. Maybe she could have been a great person back then, and she turned out to be this way.
Well,
because,
whatever the
the-
case, she needs some help, you know?
Oh, mentally, a whole lot. She needs to go to a mental hospital or something.
Yeah,
because
she
she's-
needs a
she's
lot
really
of
fucked
therapy.
up. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was fucked up, but damn, I'm like not that fucked up. You know?
Yeah, well, the first thing is to get somebody off the internet, and secondly, to get them out of their echo chamber of family and friends or coworkers or whatever,
Mhm.
and then let them see the real world and how things really work for a while, and then come back to it, and they may realize just how dumb it all is.
Oh, it is. It's a lot of shit going on. And then Smash JT actually got enough ammunition and evidence this morning because they actually posted on the X. You saw it. We were laughing about it. That's the whole enough ammunition to do everything. And guess what? Our faces is there now. Your face was there before or after you came to the show. It's like, damn, this is getting good. I gotta join Toasty. Noise came out of nowhere. He was right in the platform. I was there to begin with. Dude, I witnessed everything. You know what's funny? We saw her name popped. I was like, yo, Toasty, Alyssa. And she popped up. I was like, seriously, Alyssa's here? I was like, yeah, she was looking the whole time. Maybe after I gave her the stream or something, that's when she popped out like a weasel. Pop goes the weasel. There it is.
Yeah, what she's not realizing, she's doing this for attention, obviously, but what she's doing is getting a lot of small streamers big attention, which is helping, you know,
Us.
Mhm.
helping our movement, so to speak.
Well, another thing is, what even though she's done this and tried to dox Toasty and stuff, that's just gonna hurt her in the court case.
Look at Toasty. She blew up sky high overnight. Like I got like 3 more subscribers on top of that too. Like I'm telling you, yeah. And I was like, what I was saying before, like I said, people in the chat, right? If the people in the chat become content creative, better for us. We're building an army. We could put it into this woke crap and get it away from our entertainment, get it away from our movies. The more people we have as streamers, the better. The more the voices be heard. The more shows they end up being in, like I'm doing right now. I was just a guy in the chat, but you know what it was? I got tired. I wanted to say something. I decided to become a streamer again. I was a streamer before back then, but I was going by another name. I was Wolf Striker. I was Wolf Striker 45. But I was on Twitch, got 20 subscribers, but I got those 20 subscribers because I was live streaming WrestleMania, and then I got banned from Twitch. Then Twitch brought me back a week later. You know what I'm saying? And all those people that was like, I had like, what, let's say 30 subscribers, 40 subscribers on top of that. because of the wrestling, but they actually banned me because of that. And then I lost all the subscribers because they left because they couldn't watch the rest of the wrestling. So I stopped, streaming. Then a year later, I became to stream again. I was actually like, I remember one time the Smash JT went to my old name, and I was playing the Luigi's Mansion 3, and he was actually looking for the same thing I was looking for. We were looking for a crystal in the game. We couldn't find it. So I decided to go around that, the sand area when I was playing with Luigi, busting and goals, sucking on man in the vacuum cleaner. And I found the crystal on the wall. I was like, I'm seeing something funny. And I went and found it. And I guess Smash JT that same day was playing the same game. I found it. Smash JT was there for maybe 5 minutes. I was like, oh man, thank you. And then he bounced. He left the chat real quick because he was looking for the same shit I was looking for. And I actually found it because he was watching my stream for 5 minutes. But it was a shout out. I wish I could find that video, and I would like to tell Smash JT, look, this is the time I was that name, and look, you found it there. But it was actually cool, you know what I'm saying? That's what really got me inspired to become a streamer again. I became a streamer again with a different name because I call myself Furious Dan because that's my actual name, Dan, And I became Furious Dan because I was watching Smash GT for a past maybe 6 years. Never subscribed to him until last year when a Mercante actually attacked his family, which I don't like that. I don't like when people attack family. If you want to attack somebody, go attack the person you're talking to. But why you gotta go attack the family? Be a punk about it. Come to the person's face. You know what I'm saying? Be a man of honor. Why you got the family doesn't have to do nothing with it? Your family has to do nothing with it. But I gotta do something to do with it if you got a problem with me. That's how you gotta go.
Well, it's like with me. If I'm into it with somebody, okay, there may be the law called, there may be a lawsuit, there may be all this, but when you reach a certain point, all that shit goes out the window, and I'm, fuck the law, fuck everything. I'm out for you, and you better not fucking sleep. You better not blink.
And the thing is that she threw the lawsuit out the window because she kept throwing ammunition at the person she's suing. That's the problem. Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Do your regular gaming streams. Don't talk about the person you're suing, but she don't stop. And now what happened? You just gave Smash JT more power towards you. That's the problem.
Yeah,
now he's gonna win. Smash is gonna win regardless.
What's bad is they think they're fighting the power when in fact they are the establishment. We're the ones fighting the power, fight the system, and all this shit.
Yep.
We're the ones doing that. And they still think they're punks. They think they're rebels. And I don't know where the fuck they're getting this shit from because they're doing exactly what the establishment wants them to do.
It's all the fake media news. They get all the sources from the fake media. They get the news from Communist News Network, MSNBC, all this shit that they actually block edited videos. Videos that are full, they block it. When we watch Fox News and other channels, they're fully explored. Look what happened to that guy 2 years ago when he ran over all those people in the parade. What happened? I saw the whole full video with Bongino. Now I go to all the news channels. Guess what? Well, but it's not the black guy's fault. No, dude, it was the black guy that drove the truck. He ran over those people. The whole thing, and then he stopped at the gas station, and then he takes off leaves the car because he crashed the car at the gas station and takes off. But they edited that video. They edited it. They didn't show that. They cut it. So they're gonna say, that the guy was innocent. Innocent of what? He killed multiple people. He killed 300 people with that damn truck, which is crazy. But they were actually protecting him. What? Because of the skin color? That's bullcrap. He's a freaking crime committer. He killed people.
Yeah.
Plus, he ran over 2 babies with that truck, which is not even funny.
That's like with George Floyd. The media reported it that he died from being knelt on, but the fact is he didn't. He went on to the hospital and he was alive, and then he died likely from an overdose.
There is a video about that. George Floyd, when he got arrested, but they deleted that video. And this is before this AI crap came out. AI was being in development. So at that time in 2020, George Floyd told the cop to put him on the floor. And he told the cop, to put his damn knee on his neck. And that's how he suffocated. And he told the cop, I don't know why, but I saw the video, but they deleted the video. They deleted that video. And I wish I could find that video. If I would have had it, I would have just gave it to you, Noise. Would have given it to you right away.
Now, see, I'm not an extremist on either end. I fully well know that excessive force happens. I know black people get profiled, but question is it deservingly so? I mean, and here's what I mean. It's human nature to profile. You deal with the same kind of people acting the same way, then you're gonna run into one that isn't that way. But that's the way you've learned to be toward it. You know, rather than getting stabbed or shot.
To tell the truth, people get profiled because of the negativity. The person's negative. That doesn't matter. You could be Spanish, white. It doesn't matter. If you get profiled, it's because you're a negative person and people are uncomfortable to be around you. And that's the reason why you get profiled. But they use racism as it. And that's the problem. Why the racism got to be it? No, it's your ignorancy that makes you look profiled. And nobody wants to be around you. I'm like, oh, this guy's crazy. I don't want to be around this guy. Oh, this girl's crazy. I don't want to be around her. That's the problem.
I know you're right, because I've been that person. I used to be way the fuck crazier than I am now, and I was way more negative, and I was more violent. I was, all the way bad, all the way around, way more than I am now. And
Right?
when I got less like that, they bothered me less.
And I used to I used to hang out. I'm not innocent either. I used to hang out with the wrong crowd when I was young. Let me tell you something right now. I used to be in stolen cars with 15 radios on the bottom, and I was the accomplice, and I got arrested for being the accomplice. And I didn't know that the car was stolen. But guess what? I'm the bad guy because I was hanging out with those people. But guess what? I'm glad those people left my life. I'm glad I disappeared from those people. And I'm glad that when that time I had the cell phone, I never actually called them back, because once I got arrested, guess what? My father, when he got me out, my father was a son of a gun. Was a tough guy. Every one of the toughest guys you can ever meet. He got me out. Okay, cool. He picked me up from the precinct, and he told me to wait outside. This is how I learned my lesson. This is a true privating thing. This is not an abuse. I don't want people to think about that. So he told me to wait outside. And he goes inside the house, open the front door, goes inside the house, turn up all the lights. And he comes and calls me up. Danny, come inside. Okay. Okay, Bobby. I'm coming in. I walk inside. All I heard was, you know what that means, right? A belt to my ass, bro. He gave me so much lashes, bro. I went to school, couldn't even sit down. The teacher was like, why are you standing? Why are you standing? Why are you standing? Oh, because my butt hurts. Well, you're supposed to sit down. I'm not sitting down. Every time I used to sit down, my ass hurt. Oh, yeah.
We have
And he
Sergeant
told me,
Giratina.
and my father used to tell me, keep your pants. I don't want you to wear shorts to school. You better make sure because the child services, I had long pants. He knew what to hit me at, but he hit me real hard. I tell you right now, I learned my lesson, bro. I never did it again. Never done shit like that ever again. My father was a scary man. I tell you,
we have
takes
Sergeant
guidance.
Giratina here showing his support. Also, the Nobody says media tells them you're different. Keep fighting and being a rebel until you get insane LGBTQ community and other insanity. If the media said let it be and just relax, we would be happier. Nobody an enemy unless they make you an enemy. Now, he's speaking on your father. My father, his arms are as big as round as I am. One time, he stopped me from a fight. He grabbed me by my back skin and held me up in the air with one hand. And then he said to me, he said, boy, don't make me hurt you. And I said, you're already hurting me.
And let me tell you right now,
No.
our
He was
parents,
like Hercules of a man.
these kids' parents nowadays, they're too soft on their kids. And what do you think these kids right now, they're, like I was saying before, they were raised on social media. They wasn't raised guided right. Like the parents were like, okay, you know what? You can have a phone at 8 years old. And they learn everything on the phone. And they grow up mentally messed up because they're learning the wrong shit. And that's the parents' fault.
Well, I don't know. I know everybody here knows, but for anybody that's watching, when we were kids, you knew who got in trouble over the weekend because they'd come to school with stripes on their legs. And you know what in the hell happened? Yeah, you got your ass tore up, didn't you? Yes, I did. Did you deserve it? Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
But
I
now
did.
nowadays is everything is so, they made everything like with the dye fish and stuff like that. The kid goes right now, for example. When my daughter was a newborn, she had the Mongolian marks, right? And we went to take my daughter out. We went to take my daughter. She was like maybe like what, a month old, and she had the Mongolian marks. And then this old lady saying that, oh, but why does she got black and blue? Because she was born this way. Oh, but that looks like abuse. I said, what do you mean that's abuse? If that was abuse, that child would have been dead. That thing was like, her Mongolian marks was all over her body, like bruised up. But she was naturally born that way. But as she grew older, they're gone already. You know what I'm saying? Like it happens through birth. It just people think so. That lady that day, she was thinking so critical. And I told my wife about it. I said, this lady wanted to call the cops on us. I said, cops for what? The doctor's right there. He's gonna explain everything. But the lady was like, okay. I said, babe, we gotta go. I don't want to be here. Because you know what? I'm gonna put a full blast on this lady. And I'm not a nice guy when people put me in that position. That why would I abuse a child if the child was born that way? And so in fact, I will never abuse a child. Are you crazy, bro? You know that's jail time? No. I don't know, bro. People, like I said, people think fucked up. Put it out.
Yeah, they do.
Otherwise.
Yeah. I know with my father, if he hit you with an open hand, just open hand, it felt like getting hit with a cinder block.
Exactly. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy how people think, I tell you. The mindset of messed up people. No common sense.
One thing I think that the LGBTQ community, the fanatical people of that community, one thing I think they're railing against is they're pissed off that people like us are not sitting down and being quiet anymore. They hate that shit.
And the
they
thing
hate it. You know?
The thing is with those people, they think they could control us. And like I said, listen, if the person is gay, that's his business. I all I want is your friendship, not your propaganda. But if you try to like force you to be like you, it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. And by the way, my kid is not your kid.
In the early 2000s, I was a bouncer for 5 or 10 years, and I had a lot of gay friends. Some of those fuckers were, as they called them back then, like drag queens. As long as they didn't like come on to me or nothing like that, we never had an issue. This was back before they were trying to all the time force their ideology down your throat. And I had plenty of black, gay, drag queen friends, and we never had an issue.
In fact, the shit of sexuality never came up. It never came up. It was just we were all friends, and that's the way it was. Nobody really cared. It was
and you know what it is, and so for everything was normal. Like everybody could have a normal conversation. Nobody had an opinion about the fact that you talked about. And if I was wrong about something, I always got corrected about something normal. Like we never had like an aggression attitude opinion. Like if I was wrong about something, I had people that corrected me. I'm not gonna be opinionated about it. If I say something wrong, correct me, and maybe I could search it up or something, or maybe I have a comment to my senses and I'll be like, damn, this guy's right. You know what I'm saying? Or this girl's right. But nowadays people don't think like that. People don't have the mentality to think like that anymore, and it's not normal. We haven't even had a normal person. Look, I deal with a guy in my job every single day who's a total leftist. He hates Trump, but he voted for Trump, but he hates Trump. Oh, I hate the orange man. Oh yeah, but the problem is that he voted for Trump because he knew that the person that he voted for wasn't gonna come out to win. So like it was no other option. And I guess because he's been complaining about not having money, first of all, he doesn't have any money because all he does is blow it up on weed. And I be seeing him go outside at my job and some hot looking lady come out of nowhere with a freaking Honda Accord, so some bags of weed. The boss doesn't care, but the problem is, and I told my boss all the time, I say, so no lady's gonna get hurt by a machine. Those machines that we deal with, they will actually take your finger off completely. Your finger can get stuck in there, man, and I'll tell you, we'll chop it. I do brake lining. I'm a brake liner. I do brake lining for windmills. I do brake lining for ski lifts. I do brake lining for Walt Disney roller coasters. And I also do brake lining. And I'm not even proud of it. I'm sorry to tell you right now, but I'm going to tell you how it is. I do brake lining for nuclear submarines. Okay.
I worked in factories where you couldn't have jewelry, not necklaces or rings, and you couldn't have loose, baggy clothes at all. You couldn't really have long hair because once that machine grabbed you, it'd scalp you or take your bones straight out of your skin, or what the hell ever.
It's scary because I have a friend of mine right now who works at the marina, and he works for Weeks Marine, and he does the thing with the cranes. Those crane machines. And as he was railing the the metal rope, the machine almost took his arm off. And he came during the time on Christmas to visit us at the job he used to work in, was my job. And I asked him what happened. I said, man, the machine almost took my whole arm off. If it wasn't for that guy up there and stopped it right in time, I think that machine would have killed him. Literally, like, it almost took his arm off. Like, he had to get like multiple surgeries. He had like the surgery all the way from his hand down here, almost split. So they had to like reconstruct his arm and everything. But dude, he went back to work after that, but he's like really traumatized about that, dealing with that wheel. So it's dangerous if you're not careful enough. You know what I'm saying? I get scared. He also tried to offer me a job to work there one time. I said no.
It makes me think of you get a lot of people now, whether they be internet warriors or just younger people who haven't really lived life. But I've been in gangs. I've been in jail. I've been in knife fights. I've been in gun fights. I've worked all kinds of manual labor jobs. You name it, I've probably worked it. These fuckers got no right. They got no place to speak from. They need to shut the fuck up.
Exactly. And the thing is that the people like them, like I always say that they're a bunch of closet hiders. This is what they do. And I'm always going to say it. They come out the closet, right? They talk shit. They block you and unblock you. And they go back to the closet and play pocketbook with their balls and rinse and repeat again. That's what they do. They just like Alyssa, just like Airbag.
Well, we live in an age where people run their mouths and they don't get their mouths busted. Exactly. And they think they're badasses. They think they're rebels. They think they've done something. I mean, fuck it. Yeah. I wish they could have been in a place and time where shit was more real and they, had experiences like I've had, and then they could speak on something.
Oh, yeah.
That'd feel funny if everybody that they was attacking when all Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, where they go and look up all the people on the internet that was talking shit about them, and then they go to their houses and beat the fuck out of them.
Those are the good beatdown days. I remember those days, bro. I remember
their
one
safe
time.
Space. Everywhere is their safe space, and that's the problem. At no point are they actually in real danger of facing the consequences of running their fucking mouths.
Yeah, I remember those days when people used to bust the doors right open just to get one guy out of the house and drag him out. I remember those days. Those days
I've done that.
legit.
Okay, I said I was a lot crazier in my younger days.
Yeah,
I can't count the times I've busted in a house and dragged a motherfucker out to beat him.
Yeah, oh my god, bro. The other guy,
I'm not like that anymore, but there was a time I was.
The other guy.
You have drugged people out of their moving vehicles by their hair, because I've seen you do it.
I remember
because they called you Pocahontas.
I remember 2 years ago, right? There was a guy that used to live next door to me. This guy used to bang multiple women every single day. And my bedroom's upstairs. All I heard was I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even sleep. My wife is like, bang. I'm liking this. I say, you gotta be fucking nuts. So that's what happened. So the guy was cool as hell. I called him out and say, yo, dude, you gotta keep the noise down a little bit. Then he starts laughing on the phone and say, because I had his phone number. I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? But the next day after, we used to have this guy next over to him, the guy was aggressive. His mother was racist as hell. So I guess the guy doesn't like when people park or double park next to his car. You know, the other guy, the aggressive one. So just what happened. So he got mad. Anybody got close to his car, the car was parked in a handicap spot. Nobody parked in a handicap spot. Even if you park behind him, he'll catch a shit fit. So my boy that was actually banging the girls upstairs and had a problem with the guy. The guy must have said something so stupid to him and got so aggressive with him that he got aggressive back. So the guy goes and locks the door. He goes in there and bang, bang, get your ass out of here, you son of a bitch. Get out. And he drags him out the middle of the street. Drags him out, bro. And I'm telling you, dude, the beat down he gave that dude. I was like, the guy was like, no, stop. I was like, you want to talk shit? Okay. Yo, I'm telling you, man, it was funny, but it was a funny beatdown. It wasn't like like a violent beatdown. It was just so funny. Like literally, like he slapped him a little bit in the face. I got another video too about the guy in the auto parts. So when he actually beat up that bum too. Like what was it beat? That was a slap. Like he just pushed him because he actually like was throwing garbage in front of the auto parts store. That was another story. I got the video. If I can find it, I'll send it to you. So I got the hilarious. But I tell you, man, I seen some shit in my neighborhood. I tell you,
it reminds me of all the reactions I used to get when I go around with two women. I got more stories, but it's not stuff I think I want to say live on the stream.
Yeah, I know I want to say it either, but I got some dark shit I have seen before, man. A lot of things happened to me in my life. When I was young, I got gunpoint 3 times. I got gunpoint walking this girl home. I was sent somebody to assassinate me and by the church because a friend of mine had a problem with some kid that was one of the Marines who actually went AWOL. And actually, the kid, I used to let him sleep in my house. And while I was sleeping, he was robbing me, and he also robbed my other best friend. And he was actually stole a lot of video games from me, worth a lot of money. So we find out. We actually checked the duffel bag. I saw a bunch of my video games, knowing that I had my tag on it, in his duffel case, in his duffel bag. Okay, so I was like, "Yo, Lex, Joe stole some stuff from us, right?" I was like, "What do you mean?" "Well, I see your stuff in his bag, and a lot of stuff on my bag and on his bag." I say, "Yeah," and then now, like a couple of weeks later, Joe wanted to fight, Lex, and we met up in the parking lot. I stay in Lex's car because he didn't want me to be in the fight. But then Joe sends the guy that lives across the street from the church to go and say, "Yo, listen, I want you to go through, throw one on Dan. You know what I'm saying? I want you to go kill him." I was like, "You got to be kidding me." So one of the guys that I knew that lived in my neighborhood, they call him Black. He was a black guy, but his name is actually Black. He was a Crip. An actual gang member. He was a Crip. And he actually, knew the guy that had the gun. And he told, "Yo, I know this guy. Don't do it. Don't do it." And he told me, I said, "Yo, D, you gotta go. You gotta go. Go walk." So, and I follow you, run. So I ran from Clifton Avenue. Clifton Avenue, I stay away from Garside. Garside is a hot spot. It's all townhouses, all abandoned. I ran. I freaking ran all over Newark. Went around the gas station, from the gas station all the way up to Bloomfield, back to my house. Yeah, it was that bad, bro, because they were after. I don't know why they were after me. I don't know what I did to them, but I guess because they wanted to, two guys beefing each other like that, and I'm in the middle of it. I guess I'm the witness.
Well, I've lost count of how many times people pulled guns on me and shot at me, but Elijah was there for a few of them.
Yeah.
I remember I think it was the first one that she was there for. Somebody pulled out a gun. I told her, take the kids that were there and run behind. It was, run behind a brick house, right? So she took them and went and hid. I charged at the motherfucker. I was like, I'm gonna get him before he gets a shot off.
Oh,
And if I
wow.
get shot, is either I'm gonna die or he's gonna die first. But that's
Oh,
how it
wow.
was back then. I was full of rage and dumb and violent as fuck.
Yeah, man. No, like I said, none of us, no one came out from a perfect family, man. Like I say, I wasn't born perfect, but guess what? I'm glad as I got older, I found my peace. I became
Yeah.
humble. I told people things by experience, and I said I talk to people. If you need somebody to talk, you could talk to me. We'll have a great conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I mean, people got problems, bro, and sometimes I get backflash at certain things too, and I don't want to think about it. Like I
Well,
try to.
that's the thing. I've found my peace, but I never know when it's gonna happen. But I try to live as calm as I can, because if something triggers me like that again, I never can tell what might trigger me.
Mhm.
I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to go to prison, and I really don't want to have that hate in me anymore.
Me either. I think having that hate inside your system can actually destroy your own humanity inside you. And to tell the truth, I love my life now. Like I like the things that I do now, like with the games. And I think for me, when they like I say with the political situation, when they actually interfere into the circle of gaming and make gaming political, that's when everybody rough edge came out. And it wasn't right that these people have been destroying our entertainment, because our entertainment is our escape, and our escape from our daily job, from our daily work that we have throughout the day. When we come out of work, we want to play a game or watch a movie. We can't even watch a movie because it's about they and them. And do you think I want to see that?
It's like I only have a few tattoos. I know Toasty's mentioned that people, they get these tattoos, but they don't get whole sleeves or whatever. But I was never big into tattoos. But most of them I got were gang tattoos.
Mhm.
And Elijah knows some of them. Some of the people I hung out with over the years show back up occasionally. They haven't shown back up for a while. Some of them are dead. Some of them are in prison.
Mhm.
But she could probably tell you some of the stories.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you guys find your peace, man, because like I say, I was never into gangs. People try to get me into gangs. I was like, no, I don't want to be no gang. You know what I'm saying? Like what I wanted to do is I went to school for graphic design, and I also went to school for video game development. And it didn't turn out to be good. But I still, whatever I learned from the school, I kept it with me for years. What do you think? I created my own show. All I needed was guidance. I didn't have great
Well,
teachers teaching me anything.
I'd imagine a lot of people out there just take me for some dumb, drunk or high, stoner. But I have computer degrees, and I was in the music scene for years. Toured through Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, and maybe a couple more. I don't even remember. Problem is my youth kind of got wasted because I was so out of it. I was so violent. I was so angry that I couldn't be nailed down to anything, and nobody wanted me around. And it wasn't until I was older and calmed down. But by then, you can't get your shit together when you're over a certain age. Nobody wants anything to do with you.
Exactly. And then you know what it is? As you get older, people would think that you're doing the same shit, but knowing that people got to see a difference in you, that you have changed. People got to learn how to accept changes too. Not everybody's gonna be doing the same thing. Not everybody's gonna do bad shit for the rest of their lives. I learned the bad things first before I end up becoming the good. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause people can change. Anybody that's dark can always have a light at the end of the tunnel for them. The problem is that people are so bad nowadays, the way we're seeing it, because they don't have guidance. If you don't have the right people around you.
In my 20s, I was even offered a modeling job, and I couldn't still be a model, but there for a good many years I could have been, but there were a good many reasons why I couldn't do it. But probably the biggest one was how angry I was inside and violent as a result.
Well, the thing is for each of your bad experiences now, you know what to look out for when you're raising your children. You
Exactly.
can tell them, hey, look,
Oh
don't
yeah.
do this. You know what I mean?
Whatever the fuck problems I had, I never brought them in the family. That's
Mm-mm.
a line I never crossed. Any shit I had, I would take it outside of home. It didn't touch family like that.
Yeah, that's like I said, man. I have one kid. Only have one kid in my life. I wanted my wife to have another one, but to tell the truth, I mean, expenses. It's not easy. Uh, Not sleeping at nighttime. I remember, me holding the child in the middle of the night. Know I had to go to work the next day because one time when my wife was coming out the hospital, when she came out the hospital, I actually asked the boss for 1 week off, but I couldn't take that week off because I just started that job. But if I was in that job for a long time, I would have took a whole week off. So let my wife recover while I'll take over and I'll do the job, raising the kid, making the bottles, changing the diaper and stuff like that. It was a rough few months. And then the teething part, after 3 months, she started getting her teeth. Oh my God, no sleep whatsoever. I was like, oh God, I need some freaking sleep. So when I used to put the baby to sleep, I slept. Fuck that, I'm gonna sleep.
You have to.
It's the only way.
Well, I had 3 kids, and the first one was born when I was 15.
Damn.
See, I didn't have much of a childhood. I even before I had kids, I was in gangs and smoking and drinking and doing all the dumb shit that shouldn't be done. And you could blame the parents, but I had to count how many siblings I had. 6 siblings.
Wow,
So
God bless you.
a family
God
of
bless
9
you.
people. Family of 9 people. So you can imagine, you're not gonna be able to manage all of them.
No, it's not. I mean, it's not. I mean, a lot of people did worse than me. I mean, I am not to judge anybody, bro, at all,
Well,
whatsoever.
see, people look at me and they see white, but I'm not that white. If you knew my family, they're all dark as fuck, the Native American, but I'm the
That's the
palest one.
the problem is that between me and you, my whole family, like a lot of my family member, are all black.
Now, see, my family moved around from as far as Florida to Michigan, and they moved from state to state. They were basically migrant workers.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's like you got this little new life and you're full of hopes and you're full of dreams and expectations and you can't help it.
Yep.
Until the little shits learn to talk. That's when you're begging them, please shut up. Don't say these things. Why do you say these
Exactly.
things?
And the thing is, it's just that we do the best. We do the best for the kids. And like I say, in our power, I hope they learn. They have to learn the hard way. Because I learned the hard way. I learned the whole hard way. Like everybody else learned the hard way. Like I said, it's a hard not life.
It's like
it's a song on that one. Jay-Z, I think. Yeah.
Noise's daughter, God help her, when she was 2, she was around 2 or 3, would go to the store and she would go up to strange ladies and just straight up tell them they need to put some clothes on.
Oh yeah.
In public. And she told this old lady in the bathroom one time, she said, come on, Angela, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I said, okay. And we went to the bathroom and she told this old lady, she says, you smell like cigarettes and death. And I'm going, oh my God, I am so sorry. And the lady said, it's okay, hon. I've got 6 grandchildren of
Yeah.
my own. I know how they are.
Well, my oldest son would grab women's tits and go, boobies.
No, that's funny. That's funny, man. Kids get away with that shit, though. That's kids. But us guys, fully grown, we'll go to jail in a heartbeat like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh, I've got stories about myself. I've got so damn many, it's ridiculous, but I don't feel comfortable telling most of them on stream.
Yeah, it happens. like I said, so there's certain things I'm not gonna talk about on stream. So either so try to keep that neutral on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Unless we're off the panel, totally different story. Yeah, I stopped vaping those, bro. Fuck that.
Well, it's either that or cigarettes.
Yeah,
So,
I know. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
because you guys don't want to go outside and smoke cigarettes. I smoke cigarettes. You know what
Well,
I'm
I
saying?
smoked for, I don't know, since I was like 13 or some shit. And then, I was in some bad shape from it, and vaping come along, and I was an early adopter. And people was like, "Oh, why do you do that?" And it's like, well, smoking became a real problem for me. I was like 2-3 pack a day smoker, and
Mhm.
this
Damn.
vaping don't have the same effect. I mean, we all know cigarettes will kill you quickly, but vaping may kill you a different way, but apparently it's slower if it does.
Yeah, I hope it does it slower than cigarettes. Yeah, man. I like I said, I streamed this morning. I didn't went to work. I was like my chest was killing me, and I drink and smoke. I never drink every day, but damn, I've been drinking every day ever since I became a streamer. I guess because I'm celebrating, or I'm not even sure. I guess because I just want to relax. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
do still enjoy the occasional cigarette. If you can still have the occasional cigarette and not give into it, and that's all you want, then why not?
True. Yeah, man. Oh my god. 20 right now, he's actually having a fucking blast. That was at his party. Did he send you an invite, Tony?
If you want to go join this stream, feel free. No
I'm
problem
okay.
here.
I'm okay though. I was just hang out with you and give you support. You know what I'm saying? I had to hang out and have a conversation because I don't get to other people's streams like that. You come to my stream and a chat. Well, I gotta make a Discord. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have a panel like this. I gotta pay for a
Yeah.
panel like this. So I have an OBS studio. That's where I stream at. So I like streaming from there. It's easier. It's cheaper to do a stream there, my own show and stuff like that for the video games.
Yeah.
Like I said, I love gaming. That's why most of the games I like play is racing games, horror games, ninja games, stuff like that. That's my type of thing.
I like to play horror games, and I played World of Warcraft for years, and then I started with Guild Wars 2, but I quit Guild Wars 2 because the DEI stuff started creeping
Yeah.
in Guild Wars, and I just quit after
Well,
that.
in World of Warcraft, it's not that I got sick of the game necessarily. I got sick of the people that played it and the way they played it. For one, they all started saying slurs and threats and acting like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna use the slur I want to use.
One time I had this kid, right? Got me so pissed off. Like literally, like I blocked him. Like I'm glad the AI was not invented at that time, but I actually blocked this son of a gun. So he goes around, right? And I got a couple of guys that are Spanish, very nice guys, humble guys and everything. And we get this 17, I don't know, 18. He sounds like he's 17, 18 years old. We're going to those. So he's trying to become a pain in the ass. And he goes around and calls me a Mexican. I said, listen, bro, I'm not like you. Do you know there's different types of Spanish people in the world? We got Spain. We like you said, Mexican, Puerto Rican. I said, yeah, I'm Puerto Rican. Oh, you're South Mexican. No, I'm not. I'm more American than you are. You're an ignorant piece of crap. It's like what I told him. You know what I'm saying? He keeps going and going and going. You're a Mexican. You're an asshole. I'm like, I'm an asshole? No, you're a childish piece of shit. You're acting like one. I'm out here chilling. Told him flat out. And he keep going and going and going. I said, you know what? And that was the time of the Xbox 360 era. I said, block. Toma. See ya. I never heard of the kid ever again because I blocked him. But nowadays, like with the Call of Duty situation with Activision, the moment you say something, you got a chat ban or chat warning. And I got a cousin of mine who's actually that's actually he's Black Dominican, because I got Dominican in my family too, and he's actually one of the uncles to my little nephew. He played Call of Duty, and I told him, I told you about Call of Duty, and I told you plenty of time. Use freaking Discord to talk to us. Oh, I don't want to download Discord. Oh, because you want to talk to the chat, right? Guess what? Those people in the chat are not normal people. They're activists. The majority of all of them, they're activists. So I made a Discord account for you to come and hang out with us on my stream on Retro Overkill. We'll stream the game with you guys in there so that when your voices can be heard and we have conversation on YouTube, whatever. But you just gotta watch out. Like I say, and I told my cousin Henry, you could say the N-word, whatever. I can't say it. I can't. I'm not being racist. We just say because I'm on homies. But I can't say it because I'm the host and I'm the one that's hosting the show, and I gotta be professional about it. And they were all talking about political stuff and all the stuff that's going on. So one of my boys that comes in, my buddy Lex, that was the one I was talking to you before. He comes in and he spoke everything about the government. He knows everything about the government. Everything, because he used to be a soldier in the army. Everything. He talked about it. And the funny part that it was, my cousin got offended. Oh, he was being just some racial stuff. I said, listen, what he said was the truth. You just want to be a little bit, in your censor side. I said, no, Poppy. We're here to speak freely. This is a freedom of right of speech. We're here to speak freely. You come to my stream, you could talk about anything, as long as you're not going overboard with certain things. And exactly what I told him. I let everybody speak their mind off. I'm out here playing Call of Duty.
It's like I like to say, I get tired of big tech treating us like we're all toddlers.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not going to stop doing that, though, because it brings them big money.
Yeah, it brings some big money, but then you're going to lose money because you have the AI controlling what we say, and people are going to lose interest of the game or of the game you're playing. They're going to lose interest. I already lost interest. I had Call of Duty, and I got it for free. I'm glad I didn't buy it, but I can't even buy it. I only bought one DLC. It was a CDO character. Every single character in that game on Activision, they all look like activists. They don't look like soldiers. It's discrimination. They all look like feminist activists with nose rings. I say this. So I bought a CDO. I bought a CDO character from the Call of Duty League that utilizes to me. At least he looks like a soldier with a mask on and a little microphone, like the way I have it, because it's based on the military game. It's not based on ideology. And when we played the zombie games, they had the boss lady. I said, yo, what about the characters we're playing? How come they show those characters? They can't show the characters we're playing with. Why they gotta show this ugly, whatever it is? I don't want to say it because I don't want to.
That's why I tell people to support places like Rumble or BitChute or whatever alternative. I always encourage supporting the underdog because look at the crap that like Google is giving us and all these game companies are giving us. If we don't support the alternative medias, we're all screwed. And the unfortunate part is trying to get somebody to support this shit is like, if it doesn't come pre-installed on their phone, they're not gonna fuck with it. To me, that just shows a lack of will and a simple mind, and that may offend people, but what the fuck, it's the truth.
Yeah, exactly. They just so soft about it. Like those people are so soft about it, anything. Like if, like I have, like this damn age is so bad. And then I got another story to tell too. When I went to go check on a graphics card, the newest one is coming out. It's already out now. The 5090. I think it was a couple of weeks ago before it came out. So we had two guys. I guess they're antisocial, but they were complaining about the social. I mean, they're talking about Activision banning them from the game and everything. And it's like, you know why? They banned you guys? It's because of the things that you say, because of the AI. The AI banned me, but then again, you become antisocial. And like they were so shady about it. Like, seriously, bro, and you like just the aura they were having towards me. Like they don't like freedom of speech, but then you complain about it. Why are you being censored? I said, you're being censored, but then you hate freedom of speech, but then you don't want to be censored in the game. But it doesn't make any sense. Like, you complain about being censored, but when somebody, because censorship is the thing we're fighting against right now, and freedom of right of speech is what we need in our games, not an AI controlling what we say. But they would like try to like be opinionated about it, and I shut their mouths off real quick. I guess because they were leftists, but they want freedom of right of speech. Yeah, but you want freedom of right of speech for only you guys. But what about when we say something? Then you want to, ban us. It doesn't make any sense. So it's not fair for either one of us.
There's that whole forced behavior thing that, the DEI, the government, who the hell ever else is trying to put on us. But what happens when you try to force behavior? You get mad people. The tighter you squeeze the people, the more it's gonna slip through.
Exactly. And that's the thing that we're fighting every single day with this. Every single day we fight against this. I'm not gonna stop until we end this shit. We, all of us, me and you and everybody on System Crash with Ryan Athey. I mean, I do the best I can to answer the questions. I'm not perfect in answering questions, but like I said, we're building this army right now.
I'll show you what we're fighting against.
Oh, yeah, God, my eyes.
That right there.
God, help me.
You know what it is, though?
Lord have mercy.
And a very wise person titled is here. She is psycho.
I can't even look at her.
Oh, God. She looks like she needs she needs to chill out and drink some NyQuil or something. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna drink some Stella with the fellas and not even looking at the disgusting creature who's been looking like she has cum in her face.
Oh my goodness.
And she does look like she got cum in her face.
Noise.
From Jaffe.
Do something with that picture. Oh God. Ugh. Ooh.
You see, I crack jokes on that lady all the time. I crack jokes on her all the time. And believe me, I love making fun of people like that. You will see the other picture? You want me to send it to you right now on your DMs?
Oh God.
I made an alternative photo about it. You want to see it? I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Let me brace myself.
I'm gonna send it to you right now, Noise. It's an alternative for
Oh.
You gotta be careful if you say her name 3 times.
No.
Summon her.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna look for it right now. You know what? I found it. Let me go send it to Noise.
Oh no.
Get that? I'm gonna go find Noise Pollution.
Well, she brought it all on herself, know.
Let me go send it. See if I can send it to you.
She brought it every bit on herself.
Okay, I'm gonna go to direct message right now. I'm gonna look for the great Noise Pollution.
Oh my goodness! Oh,
hold up, let me go send it to. Hold up.
Bisgig, don't look at this. That's the dog.
Yeah, this is gonna be funny. There you go. I found it. Yo, you gotta see this one. It's the same picture, an alternate one, and I put it on the X platform, and I put my logo on the corner so people know not to take my idea. I always do that though. That's the reason why I do it. Watch, I sent it to you just now through the X platform.
We're about to get an expression from Noise, people. Oh, he's trying to remain stoic. Oh, no, there it went.
You got
there
it?
It went.
You got it, Noise?
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, why do you show me these things? Oh.
I think it's an improvement.
That's an improvement right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, no. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, that's an improvement right there for you. Oh, man, it's just hilarious, bro. Like I said, I do bloopers online all the time. How do you think we got Airbag banned? Listen what happened. This is what happened with Airbag. This is what happened. I'm explaining to you why. So Airbag was threatening people for months, right? So Airbag talk about the celebration of January 6th. It was celebrating the death of the veterans, of the vet that died. So you had to say, yeah, glad she died, whatever. Okay, fine. So I'm gonna say it like this. Okay. So I went and put a comment on X right away, and I said to everybody, and please, you better do your jobs. I told everybody in the X platform, do your jobs right now. Had the family of the veteran contact Elon Musk and get this cockroach deplatformed out of X. A couple of days later, he was deplatformed. And that was the day. That was the day.
I know who Airbag is, but Elijah here probably doesn't.
And that was the day. That was the day when Smash JT announced it. I put that roach picture about him. Airbag the roach. The cockroach has been squashed. The roach is squashed. That picture alone, that day blew up over 3,000 views.
But this Airbag is possibly more vile than Mercanti.
Because this is what happened. We had Airbag.
And he's a male.
We got Airbag's profile. He is an activist terrorist. And it's all. And if you go look right now, if you look for the that thing with the farms, what was the name of that farm thing? With Mercante. I think something had to do with farms. I don't know. Maybe somebody in the chat know about the name of it. His whole profile is there. Completely. It's like looking at somebody's profile. Name and address popped up. I was like, holy shit. So I decided not to post, because I'm not like that. I'm not gonna expose somebody's address or that's called doxing. But his whole information was there. And he has police records and everything. He was an activist, terrorist. You consider everything. This guy's bad. This guy's real bad. This guy is not normal. He looks like a cringy person. You cannot even have your kids around him. Let's put it that way. You don't even want him next door to you. It's this very deranged man. He kind of looked like, with that beard, he kind of looked like the freaking Lebo and Emo. Remember the Lebo and Emo, the Kid Liberty Mutual guy?
Yeah,
just like him. Just like them.
Yeah, this Airbag motherfucker is truly twisted. I mean, I wouldn't bother looking into the fucker. You'll be disturbed. You will be deeply disturbed.
There are people right now, even the whole entire chat right now wants a piece of him, like in real life. Like he's bad. He's no good. He actually he got away for a misdemeanor. He actually was in the activists during the riots of New York City, burning up stores, burning houses, and he got away with a misdemeanor. Dude, you got caught burning a store, and you got away with it? Like literally, bail reform? That's the shit that I hate about the system, the government, with the bail reform. So you lock up the most dangerous guy that had done heinous crimes to a lot of people, hurt a lot of people, killed a lot of people. And you let somebody out like that, and guess what? It's called a rinse and repeat. You gotta do it the same way. Same thing with the closet hiders. You come out, talk shit, block people, and unblock people, come back and rinse and repeat. The same shit. That's been happening to X platform with him, and it happened like that in real life too. That's not bad. Yeah, it's really that bad with people, man, like him, and they get away with it. I hope that bail reform. I hope Trump do something about that bail reform. These people got to stay locked up, especially the high risk people.
Yeah.
I was just recalling. You said you sent something to Hypno and he responded to it.
Yeah, I think it was something had to do with the Kotaku getting the X account banned. And
you can imagine Hypnotic is a very busy person. So if he responded to something you sent him, that's great.
I sent it to him in a super chat on Griffcast, and he looked it up and was like, "Holy shit!" He's probably talking about it right now.
Well,
because 8Big Eric posted out there, and I sent it to him.
Something's got to change, because these people that get away with all these horrible things, it can't keep happening. It can't go on forever. And
Yeah.
what these idiots don't realize is they keep pushing this shit and they keep pushing and they keep pushing. Well, it's going to go back on them and it's going to turn into something like out of the
Well,
50s
you know,
where they can't
sure,
say anything at all ever again.
with Trump, you know, stopping all this DEI stuff, sure that'll make a difference. But the problem is when Democrats come back into power, whether it be 4 years, 8 years, you know, 10, whatever the case may be, this shit may just continue right on stronger than ever before. And you know, one presidential term enforcing DEI heavily is going to affect generations of people.
Yep. And the thing is that it's gonna confuse a lot of people. Is they don't know, they're not gonna know what they are. Even though the let's say for example, a kid was born you know, the boy was born a boy and the girl was born a girl. Now all this ideology, you're confusing their gender. They're gonna think, I don't know where I'm at. What am I? Even though the girl was born a girl and the boy was born a boy, now the boy thinks he's a girl and the girl thinks he's a boy. And that's the problem.
Well,
You're
we
fucking
all
their
go
minds up.
through pains growing up, and even as adults, we don't feel comfortable. We don't feel right. We have depression, all of this shit. The problem is nobody was telling us, well, become a girl, that'll fix everything. That's fucking retarded, but that's what they're hearing now. And once they do this, it's like joining a cult because everybody's welcoming them in and telling them how brave they are and how proud they are of them. So, you know, you see how this shit happens.
And look at how the day on Sunday when we was on the old white road with Ryan Athey. Look at that church. Told me right now they felt disgusting about it. And he was saying if Melanie Mac goes into that church, he would be telling all those people, "You must repent, repent! I tell you, you must be finished. You must burn in hell." It's like what Melanie Mac would do if she says that shit, man. And that's only happening in Canada. Yeah, it happened here before, but let me tell you, it only happened in Canada.
Well,
here's the lyrics to that song they were singing.
Oh, God.
Quirky, queer, and wonderful, distinct, unique, and odd. All of our humanity reveal the face of God. No normal can encompass the fuck or comprehend the range of all the kinds of people that God considers strange. What the fuck?
Like I
From
said,
Jesus, we learned riddles. He said the last are first. He tweaked the received religion with roles that he reversed.
That is,
where the fuck are they learning their religion?
I don't know what Bible they're reading it from, but only one single page Bible. That is disgusting.
I don't think I'm gonna torture the people with the song off this because it is horrendous.
It is horrendous, I tell you. It is the most disgusting, disrespectful to people of all culture, to people of all religion. They interfere into everything. DEI is the poison of businesses. It's the poison of religion. It's the poison of entertainment. It is the rat poison of all poison to all culture beyond. So I'm gonna tell you that right now from there. Everybody knows that.
Well, the thing is what they're doing is they're indoctrinating the children. And you're right, it will go on for generations because they're getting them, they're trying to get them really young in their formative years.
We're in the country part of the South, you know, far from the city, where, you know, you still might get a herd of cattle blocking the road in some cases. And even in areas like this, you still get this kind of shit. I mean, it may be the last reaches that it reaches, but it's here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going after the younger and younger kids because they're in their formative years. Well, they don't know anything about any of this kind of stuff.
No,
they just think it's a fun thing to do.
I say I'm in the country, and I am, but don't think I'm a country bumpkin. For one, I never had that mentality. Secondly, I originally come from Michigan, you know, not too far from Detroit, Michigan. And, you know, I spent a lot of time in cities too.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Charlie.
We have
Shout
Charlie
out.
Nuclear.
Oh, Charlie Nucleus here. How's it going? Yeah, I think he was already. As a matter of fact, he was actually by Tony's before, and I was actually hanging out with Tony that I came here and decided to keep you guys company for a little bit. Spike up the show for a little bit. Have a conversation here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Charlie Nuclear. Welcome to the chat.
We have some doozy conversations.
Oh yeah, very interesting conversation. Believe me, a lot of crazy shit going on, man. I love it. Cheers to Charlie Nuclear.
But here,
cheers.
People, you can hear gunshots all the time, and nobody think anything about it.
Like I said, we're in the country, and I don't know. There's probably more than 100 gunshots, 500 foot away every day. But usually, it's not people getting shot. It's just everybody has guns here, and they love shooting them.
Yeah, and they like shooting.
Sometimes it is people getting shot.
Yeah, like that jackass that came running by our fence on Christmas night.
Oh wow!
I was like, oh shit! I seen legs on the camera. I was like, hey, there's some legs going down the fence line.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
they ran them.
That's crazy.
This man and his sister ran them out of their place, and I seen it. Their front door was all busted in. There was gunshots going off. Ran up to my fenced-in yard and hit the fence, and I came out. I was like, "I'm gonna shoot you, motherfucker! Who the hell are you?" And he was getting shot at. So I was like, "Oh, I better take him in." So then I came out with a gun and started shooting at that motherfucker, and he wasn't scared. The man shooting kept shooting. So I was like, "Oh fuck, I better take cover."
That's crazy, man.
And you tracked that man's sister out in the middle of the woods, and she was out there in the middle of the woods, and it was like 20 degrees outside.
Yeah, and she had this giant fucking dog protecting her, and she was telling me, "Going, help me." I'm like, "I want to help you, but keep your fucking dog back. That thing could kill me."
What kind of dog was it?
It was a huge ass pit bull.
Oh no, I could imagine.
If it stood up,
freaking pit.
If it stood up on 2 feet, it'd be taller than me. Its head was like just giant.
Yeah,
that's crazy, bro. I tell you, dogs, pit bulls. It could have been a bull. It could have been, if it's a big pit bull, it could have been a bull mastiff. Because I know dogs. Bull mastiffs are fucking huge.
It was at least twice the size of your average pit bull.
Yeah, it was twice.
So that means could have been either a bull mastiff or a Dogo Argentino. Because Dogo Argentinos are real huge dogs. I know dogs. I'm a fan of dogs.
It's coloring. The coloring was more along the lines of a pit bull.
So if did it have a longer tail? If you look at Dogo Argentino, there is American Pit Bulls, Dogo Argentino. We have red nose pits. We have all types of dogs. I know dogs. I just not gonna remember all of them, but I do know a lot about dogs. I had dogs all my life, even mixed dogs. I had a Doberman Pinscher that I fucking got rid of him. I had to get rid of him. They gave him to me fully grown, and I would try to tame the dog. And I don't think the dog was not a good dog. He was a big Doberman Pinscher.
Elijah here, she had a brother that had a dog, and it snapped a logging chain.
Yeah, that was a Rottweiler.
Oh, those dogs are
It's all gonna, a logging chain, which is, like this big around.
But the reason why he snapped it was because somebody came up in the yard, and my mother was out in the yard with it at the time, and the dog decided the people didn't need to be in the yard, and it was just going to get rid of them.
Man, I tell you, man, dogs. I mean, if you gotta treat them, since they were puppies. You gotta raise them right. Remember, the dog will be an asshole just like the human too. You know what I'm saying? They get aggressive. If they actually absorb your energy. So they actually become you. Basically, it's like right now, if you don't want to be touched and other people try to touch the dog, It's like that with my
Yeah.
dog. My little Jack Russell's like that. I have a Jack Russell like that. If it doesn't know you, he's gonna bite the shit out of you. Little ankle biter.
But you know, people like you, Dan, and people like Elijah drive the left crazy because you're Puerto Rican, and Elijah here is gay and even part black.
Yep.
Like I say, I don't got nine. Like I say, I don't got nines. I get gay people. I just don't like the propaganda.
And then there's me, but you know, I come off as white, so they don't really see me as a threat, I guess.
But I'm just curious, what happened to Alyssa Mercante to make her as she is? Because something bad must have happened to her.
Either she got abused when she was a child. She do not want to talk about it. It can happen. All that shit can happen. Remember, you never know what's behind the white picket fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Well,
white
that
picket
is
fence is
common among families who their father is a cop. I mean, of course, not all cops do that, obviously not, but it is kind of common that the cop, the father, is abusive because they do get addicted to that power and they do take it out on their families often.
Yeah, especially authority.
Mhm.
Most right now, people that come from the Marines or Army, they bring their, their high strong military, to the family because they gone through so much either through a war or through the military training. So once they leave the campsite to go visit the family, or maybe when they retire or they're veterans already, they have their military status. It's like, okay, I'm gonna treat my son to be a soldier. You gotta be a man tonight. Tonight you're gonna have sex with that girl. It's like, seriously? So basically, you're forcing your son to have sex with that girl, knowing he doesn't want to. Or if you don't do it, you're a pussy. Like, seriously? That's not how you freaking raise your kids, bro. The problem
Well,
is, yeah, I seen that happen.
the family I come from, you couldn't show weakness. I mean, I go out and everybody thinks, oh, he's trying to be a badass and all this shit, you know, but to my family, I'm the biggest pussy there ever was because they don't believe in weakness of any kind.
That was a
It was
problem.
like my father grew up in the 50s. He was born in the 40s, grew up in the 50s, and very old fashioned mentality, but very strict and very hardcore. And yeah, if he thought you had trouble getting a girl, he'd bring you one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But that's the time he grew up in. That was a common
And,
thing around here.
If he don't think you're doing enough, he'll either whoop your ass or make you work. He'll work you like a fucking mule, but
Wow.
you come out of it more of a man for it.
Exactly. So that's the problem that families nowadays, the way they raise their kids,
Well, it's like that debate where you can call it a debate, is where man says, make me a sandwich or whatever, and the woman goes, build me a house. You can't do that. And it's like, fuck you, bitch. I can build a house. I've built many that I've lived in. And not everybody grows up that way, but there need to be more men that can take care of handle their shit. They need father figures who can teach them how to survive, teach them to build a fucking house. Don't have to be a great one, just a livable one.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, everything comes from the house. Everything comes from bad parenting. There's something like I said, we don't know. We don't know what's going on through people's minds nowadays, and then we can't judge. You know what I'm saying? There are people sometimes that it's good to talk to them. Sometimes they don't want to be talked. They want to continue with their shit. I've been there. Believe me, I've been there with people before, and if people are nowadays are very complicated to talk to. There are certain things that they don't want to speak about unless they're comfortable to speak around you, and you don't go out there and exploit them.
Well, having said that about men building a house, I understand not every man has it in them to do that, and I'm not trying to shame anyone. I'm just saying, on average, there needs to be more men who can handle their shit on average.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think the the thing of it is the breakdown of the nuclear family, where everybody is pulling against each other. You got the feminists and things that think women are superior to men, and that's just not true. Male and female were created to be helpers for each other. That's the way it works in nature. So why in the world would people think that the human being is any different? It's not. You got to have one and the other to make things work. Nobody can do it by themselves completely.
Exactly.
That's impossible.
It's hard. There are things that are out of my league that I can't control, and sometimes I need the guidance or the help from somebody for me to have that success. Because I tell you, I mean, it's not easy to get where you want to get to, you know?
Yeah.
It's not.
Charlie Nuclear says the only thing you can change is yourself.
Exactly.
And that's right. Be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
people.
when I think about all these activists and things that are trying to change things, they're going about it bass backwards anyway. You know, it's until you can sit down with the opposition and have a discord, a civil discussion about, like, okay, where are you coming from? And if you tell me, then I can tell you where I'm coming from, and maybe we can meet in the middle somewhere.
I get that, and I could agree with it. But with that said, you damn near cannot talk to someone who's already been made an extremist. They're so far gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they would stop with the extremist behavior and take a minute to think about it and see that they're doing the very harmful things that they're accusing everybody else of doing to them, they're never going to get anywhere or have any change of point of view or anything. You can't grow like that. Nobody can grow like that.
Exactly. And I think, like I said, people need guidance. People need to be talked to, because, I mean, like I said, by the end of the day, I mean, it's gonna be hard on that person. And sometimes I need guidance. Sometimes I get overwhelmed by something, and I want to speak to somebody. It makes me feel better when I speak to somebody. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to keep things bottled up inside me, because as a person, it will destroy me. It will destroy my image. I'm gonna be frustrated, angry. It's not a good thing. That sometimes people need help. If they want to be helped, right here. I mean,
well, you know, it's like what I was saying is my family, they didn't believe in weakness of any kind. No matter how hard of a person you were still a big pussy to them. Now, I don't believe in people being that strict. But on the other hand, this younger generation, motherfucker, I would have never thought it would have came to this. They're just squishy, emotional fucking marshmallows.
Yeah, that's because they got everybody in the world telling them that they're vindicated in feeling like everybody that's older than them is wrong. Everybody that's older than them don't know what they're talking about and everything else. And they can change their gender and it'd make it all better.
Exactly. But guess what? By changing their gender, they're the ones actually killing themselves because they don't know what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, it's my belief it all comes down to population control, because look at everything they're doing, and it all comes to the same conclusion, and that being there being less children being born. That's what it all comes down to.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why every day, all I gotta do is make the best of it, man. With my life. If other people need help,
do your duty and go out and fuck a whore.
No,
I can't do that. I'm married. I can't do that anymore.
If you have a son, encourage him to do it.
If I have a son, I will say to my son, if you get a girl pregnant, and if he does it, because you remember, you know, like I said, you're gonna get that special lady, you're gonna fall in love with her. This is what my father told me when my wife got pregnant. I bring a girl to the house. We have multiple sex every fucking day. Like literally. And a year later, she became my wife. And I found out that she was pregnant by me. You know what happened to me? I grabbed my belt, grew a set of freaking balls. My father told me, grow a set of fucking balls. You better go take care of that child. I went to work. Been working for 17 years. My child's 17 right now. I'm still here.
Of course, what I was saying, I was joking, but I can see it coming to a point in the world where they're literally looking for breeders because there's not enough kids being born. I can see that happening.
That's because you know what it is between me and you, and I kind of know the full story about it. A lot of the people don't want kids because the DEI situation. Nobody wants kids. They don't want the kids to be born in this era of this corrupt ideology shit, because the moment they have a kid and the kid goes to school, they're going to be taught otherwise. You know what I'm saying? The otherwise is, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like you saw in that video with that church, what was going to happen to that school.
Now, see, when I had kids at a very young age, I wasn't the type to be like, oh, fuck, I need to get away from this. I was like, that's my blood. And I care about what happens to it. I'm going to be in their life. That it's an extension of me. You know, they wouldn't exist without me. They're a part of me. And even at fucking 14, 15 years old, that was my mentality, and I stuck with it.
And I want to say, if there was no male and female, there won't be no gays. There won't be no human life. There won't be anything. I won't be born. You know what I'm saying? If a person becomes gay, that's their business. That's the choice that they made. We can't force them to be a straight person, because let me tell you something right now. We were talking about me and 8-Bit Eric that day. We was on the panel before this Alyssa Mercante invaded Tulsi situation. Me and 8-Bit Eric was saying that even 8-Bit Eric was saying, I want my normal gay people to come back. Gay people are cool as hell. Guess what? They are. Sorry to tell you. But the problem is that we're against the other side of the gay people, which is the propaganda ones.
Yeah, I once had a lot of gay friends and didn't have a single issue with them.
Me either. And I got lesbian cousins. Plenty of them, a bunch of them. I got gay cousins. I got nothing against them. I don't know if they're in that propaganda situation. I hope not. But basically, they don't call me up, but they know how I am already.
And of course, I'm as straight gets. It wasn't all like that. They were okay, and I was okay with them, and that's it.
I'm straight. Got a wife and kid. Thank God. So that matters to me. Like I said, I don't got nothing against gay people, because I got a lot of gay people that are really good people. And my next door neighbor, Dominican guy, he's gay. One of the nicest guys you can ever talk to. I have conversations with him all the time. All the time. He comes out of work. Hey, what's up, Brian? What's going? Hey, what's up, buddy? Nothing. Normal as always. Go inside the house. Sometimes he'll be outside with his dog, walking his dog around. He's a normal human being. You know what I'm saying? He lives. He lives his life because he lives. He told me one time, between me and you, he didn't feel private because of the propaganda. Sometimes they, just like I said, they want to be left alone. They don't want to go down the street and listen, somebody look at him like he's an oddball or he's a victim. When this propaganda came in, it actually destroyed their privacy.
Yeah, I've also known a lot of people that go to prison, and they'd be in there for decades, right? So they'd turn gay in prison, but that's because they had no females, and then they had their natural urges, and then they come out of prison. They don't tell people they're gay. That's where the term "gay for the stay" comes from. Mm-hmm. And I don't shame them. I mean, they're deprived of any sexual resources whatsoever, and they're in some terms being tortured, being put in prison, and they're seeking comfort.
Yeah,
it's still gay, but I'm not gonna damn them for it.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, thank God I never got locked up, and I don't even want to live that life. You know what I'm saying? So, no way.
Just because you're gay does not mean you're a psycho person like Alyssa is.
Alyssa is something happened to her when she was young, and to tell the truth, something happened. Maybe
Yeah,
her
something
father,
had to have
maybe her,
happened to her.
maybe her
To be
father did
fair,
something.
we
to her.
don't know. We don't know if Alyssa's gay, but she does fit in that whole mentality, the LGBTQ, all that
Yep.
bullshit.
And she supports that shit, and maybe she is. And a lot of people called her out. This is how we called her out one time. Somebody one time. And this is funny. She got pissed. Somebody got on her. Even Jay Viper got on her, and she quit. X for 1 week. Remember when Jay Viper was on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Jay Viper, he's cool to me because he's somebody that he'll acknowledge me when I show up on a stream. Whereas a lot of these fuckers won't. I'll be saying all kinds of shit. No acknowledgement. Like I don't exist.
Yeah, and I'll go in there, be like, "Yo, what that noise?" Like I'll be chilling. Like I say, you gotta say what's up. It's hard when I'll be like, "Gaby Mason, what's up, my brother?" Like when people leave, a shout out. You gotta be like that. It's called like, "Hello, how you doing?" You know what I'm saying? It's sometimes I don't even know who's
showing
in the channel.
respect.
You know what I'm saying? So what happened was with Alyssa, what I was saying before, Jay Viper got on her, and she ended up quitting, the X platform for 1 week because of that picture you showed me, just that picture. And the thing that it was that she also got offended multiple times. If you ever call Alyssa a transphobe, she will pop out like a mole. I got a feeling that
Don't do it, man.
One of her red buttons. I don't care. I'll fucking call her on Toasty's channel. I'm not. You think I don't got a filter? I don't got a filter.
About it.
I don't got a filter. I already said it on your channel. I don't think she's here, but maybe she'll lurk around. But if she is here lurking around, I would love her to come in here, bro. You don't know how big noise pollution channel will grow the moment she comes here and attack. I'm waiting for her to attack my channel. I'm waiting for her to attack your channel, Alizor.
Well, she just bless her heart. I mean, God love her. Somebody needs to.
Yeah, she's gonna get mental help sooner or later. But the problem is that
somebody needs to tell her that vibrator won't love you back.
Yeah, that vibrator's not gonna love you. I gotta tell you, man, she hates men. This is the hypocritical shit about her. But you live with one. You show Christmas pictures with your anorexic boyfriend living next to you. Right in the Christmas tree with your little train set at the bottom of your goddamn Christmas tree. Who cares? It's Christmas anyway. But you hate men. But you live with one.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I know what it is. She hates men because she cannot be a natural born man, which is why she sculpts herself to look a certain way.
Charlie Nuclear says 8-bit Eric could fix her.
I said that.
I don't think so.
I did say that on Toasty's show. Remember that day? I was like, "Hey, Alyssa, 8-bit Eric can fix you with the huevo rancheros, right?" Exactly what I fucking told her. She was like, she was laughing though. She got pissed, catching a tantrum. You know what it is? I love making fun of people like her. I really do. I don't want nothing to happen to her. Tell you right now, I really don't. I do not want to wish karma around her. But see her cope and seed and not be able to take a joke and her cry like a little baby, it's funny. You know what I'm saying? Because it's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? She entertained us with that shit. And it's funny.
The only thing that I wish would happen for her is she gets the help that she needs.
Yep.
That's it. That's the only thing. I don't wish nothing bad to happen to her or nothing. I just wish that she would get the mental help that she needs, because clearly she is consumed by all this social justice warrior social media stuff, and it's eating into her brains.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a second here, do some self-promotion.
Me! Just me! Love me!
I keep telling you that looks like the girl that lives on the corner.
You serious? You would have had somebody.
Telling you. I
If I
keep
would,
telling you, that looks like the girl that lives on the corner. I know it's not her, but it looks almost just like her.
that is funny as hell, though. If I would have seen a girl acting like that, I would have run my ass.
Rain twerking.
I would have hauled that. I would have grown some horse legs and run. Run.
Okay.
for life.
The manipulative part of me would be like, I can use her. I can use her for something. I can manipulate this bitch. She's desperate. I'll find a use for her.
No, you wouldn't.
Other part of me would be like, this bitch is psycho. Get her away from me.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even want to know what you're gonna use it for, but there's nothing to use on that. She got no butt. She got no breast. Nothing.
Well,
There's nothing you
wait.
can do.
When I was younger, I had psycho bitches after me left and right. I mean, I literally couldn't keep them away. I would call them everything in the fucking book and threaten them, and they still wouldn't leave me alone. So,
Oh, wow.
you know, I got accustomed to it, and I got to the point where I was like, I can use them. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Better than a pillow. And her on top of you like a doll.
Elijah remembers some of this.
Yes, I do. I remember.
Oh man. Oh man. That's funny. That is funny. You guys been like, you guys like been best friends? Yeah, too.
Yeah.
That's good. Though.
Oh, you know, back in like maybe 99, 98. I think it may have started in 98 actually. Basically we were both just found ourselves in a low spot together with nowhere else to turn, and we've been stuck with one another since then.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. At least you guys became mutual and you guys know what's going on. Because you know what it is? It takes, like I said, it takes one woman to change a man's life, especially if the woman knows you for so long, since childhood, or maybe like 10 years later, and she's been hanging around, tagging around you, and that lady knows more than you. Sometimes best friends become more than best friends, from male to female. It happens.
Also, when they know so much on you, you can't leave them alone.
No,
they
can't.
got too much dirt on you.
Exactly. And I think I'd rather stick to the one that knows me more than the ones that don't know me more. Because at least that person understands where I come from. You know what I'm saying? There's people, I know people right now, like I got a friend of mine who actually married his childhood sweetheart. And they've been together for like 40-something years and never left each other. She knew him since from the beginning of the door. That's crazy, bro. That's because no other woman will know you like the woman that knows you for years. It happens.
Yeah, that's true.
It happens. It happens. I mean, listen, I had one of the hottest chicks in the block, but she ended up turning out to go out with somebody, and the guy that was a drug dealer, and he died from an overdose in Florida.
Oh.
And she moved to Florida. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have gone with her before I met my wife, but I decided not to because she was drawing too many men around her. And I knew her since we were little. Like she's a beautiful girl, completely. But I mean, I turned her down because too many men around her every single day. Everybody sweated her. She was a blonde girl.
Well,
Blonde
I have
girl,
two
short.
sons, and the advice I gave them is don't get a girl too attractive. They're gonna be full of themselves.
That's the problem.
Overconfident, arrogant, and find one with a lack of self-confidence. Not to tear them down or to use them or abuse them, but so that you know, they don't think they're better than you, so that you can encourage them in the right way and that kind of thing.
And when I was in college, I had a girl that used to, you know, every man in that class will sweat at her. Blonde, blue eyes, Hooters chick. And she was a Hooters chick, to be honest with you.
If you look at girls today, you get dog ugly girls who every man out there's telling them they're the greatest thing ever, and they're so full of themselves, and they're like, oh, I only accept men that's 6'2" and make this much money, and or not only get with black guys and all this dumb shit, right? And it's because all the men out there are like hungry dogs, and they'll take any old piece of meat.
And her mother was super rich, like literally. And she used to come and get picked up by her mom. Her mother had like at least a $250,000 freaking Lexus, like literally, fucking top of the line, dope ass freaking car. And the girl used to be next to me, in class every single time. Every band was sweating her, except for me. And I'm sitting in the computer by myself, focusing on my, education, while everybody was just on top of her. And then she kept looking at me like, why is this guy not always on top of me? He's gay. I said, no, I'm not. And then one day when every single guy left the classroom, she decided to talk to me. I said, you're the only guy that don't actually sweat me like that. I said, why? Because I didn't came here to school, pay $30,000 for my tuition to go pick up chicks. You know what I'm saying? So she actually started having conversation every single day with me until one day we went to the elevator and she was trying to play that shit up on me. Like, you know exactly what happens in the elevator, right? And I didn't even get to do anything with her. I didn't want to, because I know what she was all about.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from, and I've always been the same way. I mean, for that matter, I'd usually approach unattractive girl, not trying to get with her, but just trying to boost her confidence.
Yeah.
The ones who are full of themselves, or they had a lot of men, I wouldn't have shit to do with them.
And she was full of herself, like I'm the easy target. Like right now, if it was another guy, oh my god, they would have been butt naked in the elevator. And she was trying to get like, and this happened back in 2003. This happened before I met my wife. And I talked to my wife about it. I ain't gonna lie to her. I told the stories about the shit and everything, but people be like, oh, you should have hit that. Like, no. I paid $30,000 to go to school, not to pick up women. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather build the money and then play around with women later. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I did it. And I played it smart. I had my head on education more than I ever had. But the problem is the school sucked. They screwed me. They got kicked out of the school because they say I own $30,000 for what? I just gave the school like over $10,000 just to get an education. And this, they try to, drop the semester on me on the last minute. So they dropped the semester on me in the last minute. I didn't have no job. My father paid like $4,000 or $5,000 for the tuition. So I couldn't get the diploma. So I decided to get a job, and I'm stuck with $30,000 bill. And it took me at least like 6 years to pay it off. And I'm glad I paid it off. I got out of that debt. I built a lot of credit for that. I got into like 3 car loans after that, paid them off. I got 1 car loan left. That's the Sentra I own. And I bought a brand new one. Since I live in a bad neighborhood, they fucked that car up. That car was brand new and gorgeous when I first bought it. Now it's crackheads fucked it up, scratched it, everything. I only own like not even 5,000, like maybe like 4,500. Hopefully I pay it off this year and get it off. Get off the car payment, car note.
Yeah, but I got one. I got a car right now. Still like 1,500 on it. Fucking, it's sitting there. Can't use it because the fucking alternator went out on it. Gotta wait till again. I'm not in. I've never been a mechanic. Never been in a car work myself. I could probably do it, but I wouldn't be confident in what I'm doing there.
It's like I said, building an engine is a puzzle. That's what it is. You just gotta read the manual or watch videos, most likely. But the thing is, you could build an engine, but now what about doing the diagnosis? What about doing the computer work? Remember, all cars are based on computers. Every component has to run right. You could build an engine, and you could start the engine up, but it's gonna start running like shit because you didn't do a diag on it. And you have to make sure that you calibrate the computer. The computer tells the engine what to do. All the components, all the gadgets, the gauges, the radio, everything. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that everything is calibrated correct. If you got a misfire, something you did wrong when you built the motor, or some part. Like I said, I got one of my cousins right now that's a master tech, and he deals with that shit every day. Right now on the weekends, remember that weekend that I couldn't come in, that I hang out with family? We were actually building a Chrysler 300 with an RT motor with 1,600 horses on it. 1,600 horses.
See, I've done a lot. I've done damn near everything, but that I guess you could say it's always been a weakness of mine is car mechanics. I never really got into that. Just didn't take to it.
Imagine 1,600 horses out of that garage. That engine's gonna sound loud. That's enough that you gonna crash into a wall and die. The new cars suck. Old cars are easy, breezy. No, this was a new car that he was working on. But this car was
I mean, I'm no mechanic, but I've noticed that older vehicles, they're not so fucking picky about everything.
Nope.
As far as working on them,
especially the cars from the 80s. I used to miss the Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. I remember I drove that car, so comfortable, so big. You could consider that car a house. You could bang a chick in there. That's how spacey that car was. These cars nowadays, you have no space to fuck.
I had a late models 70s Cadillac, and I got rid of it because every time it'd break down, that thing was like a fucking tank trying to push it anywhere. You'd run out of gas or whatever. So I sold it, and the next 3 owners got their arms and legs broken because of the weight of the door. They'd park, slightly on a incline sideways, and the door would swing back on their arm and leg. And 3 fucking people that had it after me got their arm or leg broken.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's harder right now to find parts for older vehicles nowadays. Like you have an older car, now you really have to put on Prestige or garage it. And you don't want to drive an older car that has got historic plates on it around the city. It's the way people drive, the way they park. They end up smashing that car. It's hard to rebuild an older car now, and the parts are super expensive because a lot of older vehicles, the parts are mostly obsolete. So a historical car, you got to drive it for like once in a while, like on a Sunday date with your wife and kids, or just your wife, and take her out to eat, and got to park that car somewhere where nobody can touch it, or some like maybe an isolated area, like not, like make sure that it's the cars around it. Yeah, it's an older vehicle. You have to keep it in prestige condition because all that money you put on it, and to find the parts is not gonna be easy. I'll tell you right now.
I see your super chat on Rumble, but I can't highlight it here. So
yeah, I know.
But thanks for that.
That's a beer for you. That's a beer for you, for me.
I remember when my great grandfather was running moonshine, and what they would do is they would take out the engines of their vehicles and mod them to where they could outrun the cop cars. And that's where a lot of the racing cars and stuff got their start, is from moonshiners. Them fucking cars would fly even back then, back in the 20s and 30s and shit.
See,
oh my God.
I come from a big family. On my father's side, I've got like more than a dozen uncles, like probably closer to 20. But they grew up in the 40s and 50s and 60s, and they'd tell me about how they would rig their cars up. They would hype soup their cars up, right? Some of them were what you would consider greasers back then, but they'd soup their cars up mostly because some of them would run moonshine, some of them just like to outrun the cops, that kind of shit.
Yeah, I tell you, that's how cars used to run back then, when there was like hardly no gas. I remember my father used to tell me about the moonshine shit. Moonshine's not easy to make. It takes years. It takes years for that shit to get cured to become like pure as gasoline. Because I got moonshine right here, right now.
When my father was young, he told me, I heard a story. I heard him tell somebody a story about him and his father. This was probably the 50s. They got arrested. They were moonshining. They got arrested, and they put handcuffs and ankle cuffs on them. Well, my father picked up a log and knocked the cop out. They took all the cuffs off, and then they went and stripped the car for the parts they needed to fix their car and get away.
Oh, the thing is you don't want to be put in the Mississippi jail.
Oh, wow.
Oh no, 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 no. Mm-mm.
That's crazy.
Oh, these southern jails, more people die in them than carried through their sentence. I mean, it's a death sentence. Look that shit up. You'll see it's damn near a death sentence be locked up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you guys are from, Mississippi?
Close to it in Alabama, but close to Mississippi.
That's crazy, bro. Alabama gotta be wild over there right now.
Yeah, it
Holy
kind of is.
shit. Gotta love the country, bro. I love country. I tell you, I love it. I'm Hispanic, but I'm American. Fuck that. I grew up American wise, bro. Yeah, man, I love everything. I love country music too. I got friends of mine. We be playing that shit in the garage. It's so soothing. It's just so fantastic. There's no negativity in that shit. Nothing. The only thing is they will try to vocalize that shit. The music.
Well,
And I was mad because of that.
I like a little bit of all types of music, but mostly you could probably say I'm into classic metal, some 80s stuff, more 70s metal, classic metal.
Metallica's number one for me though. Metallica. I grew up with Metallica. I grew up, like rock bands from the 2000s and stuff like that. I was part of it too, like Spine Shank, System of a Down, stuff like that.
Well, all of my siblings were way older than me, so I was influenced by generations before me.
Oh, yeah, I could tell that. Elvis Presley. Yeah, the king.
Shit.
Yeah, listen to that shit too. Fuck it.
I remember when Elvis had just died. he died. Well, okay. To be fair, he died the year I was born, but I have early memories of them still talking about his death freshly on the radio.
Oh shit.
I remember people talking about he was still alive. People didn't want to believe he was dead. People were still thinking he was alive.
Oh, and here's an odd fact for you. I was distantly related to Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Like fourth or fifth cousin, something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy how shit follows. Ain't Elvis born in Alabama or something like that, or
Tupelo, Mississippi. I've spent a lot of time in Tupelo actually, but I've spent more time in other Mississippi towns, but I spent a good bit of time in Tupelo.
That's crazy, man. That is crazy. I could believe that, man. I could believe that. Some people are related to famous people. We don't even realize it. They were actually, I sometimes, to tell the truth, I could meet a famous relative if he was famous, but I don't want nothing from him. I don't care about how much money he got or nothing. All I want is a simple hello. Hey, what's up, man? So yeah, I don't need your shit. I like doing my own thing,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't ask family members for money. I don't want none of that shit. Tell the truth. Just how I am.
Right. Things are a little different in the South now. Things are more modernized than they've been. But if you go back to the 80s, even things were a lot more country back then. There's not that much difference between the city and the country now, as far as in terms of the way people act. But except there's more respect still here.
Charlie Duke here cracked me up when I get lost.
Back in the 80s, Elijah could tell you how they'd give you directions.
Oh no. Okay, wait a minute. And Noise would have to have me along to translate.
I don't speak that Southernese shit, but she does.
Yeah.
If somebody tells you go down the road a piece, but if you pass a tree, you went too far, you got to turn back up the road about 3/4 of a mile.
And don't forget yay far and over yonder.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yay far is just like maybe 50 feet.
Damn.
And over yonder means way far, like a mile or two.
No, people don't really talk like that in the South anymore. Since the late '90s, it's really modernized, and the personalities aren't that different from anywhere else. But in the '80s, yeah, things were kind of that way.
Yeah, man, I miss the good old days growing up, man. Everything was just so simple. Everybody was so socialized. Those were the good old days. No cell phone in sight, nothing, man. Nowadays
Uh,
is you go if you
I
walk in my
remember even in the late '90s, they had meetups for everything. People were out mingling. If you're into this or you're into that, you can go down the road and it's a different meetup for this, that, what the fuck, whatever you're into. You can meet up with say 100 people
I remember
and try to find that shit now.
we used to have race car meetups. Like I used to go to the classic car meetups, everything. You don't even see that. Hardly ever even see that anymore. Like the
Yeah.
only people that get to do is the old heads, like guys my age and the generation like behind, like my father's, age and stuff like that. It classic cars all day, and then we have meetups with cars from the 2000s, like 97, 98. That's my generation. Like we had the RX-7s, the Toyota Supras, the A6 Terranos, AE86. Like the car was playing this morning, that's one of my favorite cars. Like the flip light Toyota Corolla, the Levin, which is the second Toyota Corolla, and then I like the old classic RX-8, like the older model. Not the RX-8, the RX-7, the older model before the RX-7 of 97, like the 80s RX-7. And the guy next door used to have one of those. He must have put like maybe we could say about $40,000-$50,000 in that motor. That RX-8 was exploding with fucking fireballs out of that back of that car, and it was a small car with a big engine.
Yeah.
That fucking, I was like, God damn, that thing is fast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Charlie Nuclear says name of places like Possum Hollow. Yeah, there was a lot of places like that. Like Columbus, Mississippi used to be Possum Town, but they've long since, from what I've seen anyway, they've long since changed names. They've modernized all the names.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they modernized it because the only people that get to know names like that are people like us. If I can't say I know your place because I don't belong there, but if I knew the place where you at right now, I would have known what you guys talking about. So, like I say, I know the place called El Punto. In my neighborhood, Punto means bad neighborhood. Like we got the bad people over there on that side. Also, we call it the point, which is called Punto. You know what I'm saying? It's called the point in Spanish. In Spanish, called Punto and Point, which was all the bad areas. So that's when you know your place. You know what I'm saying? So we got other places with different names, but not like you said, they're modern, like they're making the name modern. Like the other day I asked Isaac, right? Isaac, that's in our, on the reality base. So he put a character in there because I got my own, I'm old school. So he's like, what, maybe younger than me? He's a Gen Z. And he put a picture of Superman. I said, yo, that character look dope. That means that character look cool. But then he said, what the dope means. I say it means cool. That's
they've been using, that terminology since the late 80s that I know of.
Yeah, and that from the late 80s, that terminology was always being used in the 90s too. It's been used from the 80s to 90s. So yeah, like I said, I'm classic. I'm very old school. I know that's the only word I know. So some kids in the 70s, I mean not the 70s, and the generation from now doesn't know anything about it. They're so like, what is he talking about? Like, why is he saying dope?
Yeah, I find myself all the time now, I can't make a fucking reference anymore because I got to remember, oh fuck, no one's gonna understand this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now the terminology we use for saying dope is called hot. But that's what we call women. Hot. Or a hot car. But my terminology has always been dope.
Yeah, you probably remember when they say something and then somebody else, they'll go, bet. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. The only thing I hate when they say brah. Like, brah, bro. When we used to say bro, now it's brah. Like, if I want brah, it's a soup. We go
Yeah.
check.
No, towns like Tupelo, Mississippi, and Tuscaloosa, Alabama, those are Native American words, or at least they were originally Native American words. When Americans tried to say them, that it would come out a little different. But a good many southern towns, very well known ones for that matter, are actually Native American words.
Oh wow! Like I said, man, just people. Like I said, these people always want to rewrite history about everything. Modern about everything. And let me tell you, I hope I still got my history book somewhere. Hope nobody threw that out. I'm about to find it. Maybe we could actually use that on reality base or something. Never know. And correct these damn wokies.
Somebody's got to.
Yep. Re-educate history. Made Native
Oh,
American.
you know, what's bad is we have to educate the young too, because if it's like if it didn't happen since the year 2000, they don't know about it. They're just, I don't know, that they just don't learn things before a certain year. I don't know what the fuck the deal is.
Yep. I gotta find those books, bro. I gotta find them because the year 2000s, the 90s, the 80s, and the 70s was when everything before all this, everything with the woke happened because of the Bidens. Biden's the one that fucked it up.
I don't know. Some of it started with Obama, I'm sure.
Yeah, with Obama too. Obama was another one.
I don't know if you heard the story, but I tried to get into Obama, rally, and they stopped me at the gate. But it's probably a good thing I didn't get in, because I was ready to throw all kinds of fucking slurs and insults at them.
We spent an hour and a half getting to the place where Obama was going to be at. And the whole way there, you kept calling him a porch monkey. And you was going to ask him if when he stuck his head out the window, did his lips beat him to death?
None of this was racially motivated. It was comedy, and this was before things were all political. And I didn't give a shit whatsoever about either politics. I just thought it was funny. I had plenty of black friends, and those motherfuckers would laugh with me at stuff like that.
Yeah, they were laughing at because he told a bunch of people.
I mean, they told better jokes than I did.
Yeah.
And I tell you, man, like I said, man, it's just all political. They want to divide us. Guess what? I don't want to be divided, and I ain't gonna get nobody divide me from talking to different people, bro. Because by the end of the day, man, we bleed red, we shit and fucking toilet bowl the same way, we eat the same way, we sleep the same way, and we fuck the same way. So basically, yeah. Nah, that Biden shit with Biden, all that political shit, bro. I didn't let that shit get to me. I still got along throughout the 2000s, throughout the 2020s, still got along. But the thing is, everything is on the internet right now, and that's the internet is the reason why people want us to be divided. It's all based on the fake media, fake news, all this shit. That's what happened. And people feel divided. Now I feel like to this generation now of kids, I feel like I'm divided by them because their mindset is totally different than ours. Ours, we can make fun of them, they get mad about it. Us, we make fun of each other right now, we fucking laugh about it. So huge difference, you know what I'm saying? So that's how it is.
And more specifically, it's identity politics. Is when you put race, gender, orientation, you put all that shit in it. All you're doing is dividing people. And I think maybe they all know that. It's just a lot of them don't care.
Yeah, and same thing with the Alyssa Mercante situation. She got mad because she calling us old, right? You want to call us old? That bitch is like, let me tell you something right now, bitch. You're getting old yourself. You're in your 30s. So I mean, you're fucking old. Okay, I'm in my 40s, and I think almost the same way as my 20s and 30s, but in reality, with common sense. So
all these people who want to take jabs at people for being old, it only goes in one direction. We only get older, and you're gonna get fucking old too. And being older means being wiser.
Yeah,
it's not like you hit 40 or 50 and you're like, oh, I'm too old for games, I'm too old for internet, I'm too old to fuck, you know. No, that's fucking silly. And you're thinking like a child, you're saying that bullshit.
Exactly. So that's why I built my own shit. I freaking, like I said, I built driving simulators too, arcade machines. Like I said, I learned because I got wiser by learning it.
Oh yeah,
These
I've noticed
kids-
that
Yeah.
you do projects like that. You
I love
seem
it.
very competent about, you know, with doing all that. You seem good at it.
Yeah, I love it. Exactly, it's a hobby. And you know, I also have model kits, I have manga books, I have bunch of other shit, you know what I'm saying? I got my PlayStation here next to me. I also put a chip inside my PlayStation, M.2 for more memory. Put that in there too. So I got like what 2 terabytes of memory. And like I said, I do a bunch of shit, man. I tell you, I diagnose computers. I actually when something go wrong, I get an error or something. If I had bunch of times I have a couple of blue screens effect, and the computer itself, which is the motherboard I have, will actually tell me a code. So if it tells you a number, then I look it up on either Microsoft.com or on the motherboard. It was gonna tell me what's wrong with it. So if it go tell me if it's a memory management, so I mean a RAM got messed up. You get a bad RAM, so now you got I got 8 RAMs in my computer. So you
It's
got to
like,
take one by one out.
I used to be really heavy into computer hardware. Not as much now, but you know, I still have a good bit of knowledge. You get, you know, during post, you get beep codes that will tell you what it is oftentimes.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is that I used to check one RAM at a time. So when that RAM, I take one out, and if I still get the blue screen effect, that means that the one I took out is still good. So I put that one back in. Now I gotta take the second one out. But I gotta keep shutting on and off the computer to find out which one is the bad one. You know? So once I get, and then I will find out which one is once it stopped doing the blue screen effect, that means the RAM that I took out is the bad one. And now I gotta buy another one now. You know? So it happens. You know what I'm saying? My motherboard sooner or later is gonna be obsolete.
And you have to, if your RAM and your motherboard is compatible, which if it's modern, it should be, you have to know to stagger your RAM, you know, skip a slot so you'll get dual RAM like that.
Yeah, I got 8
you
of
know
them.
what I'm talking about. The
I got
words
8.
escape me, but yeah.
I got 8 ROMs. 8 slots. Then I pulled 4 and 4 of RAM. So I'm running 64-bit on my computer. 64-bit of power with a 1,000-watt power supply with a 3090 graphics card and i9 processor fully cored. So yeah, my shit's fully the monster beast, and it has 8 fans inside. You know,
Well, I run Windows and Linux, but I've always been a open source enthusiast. So, you know, I like going on the Linux side of things too. And one thing you'll get from that is you will learn more along the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I tell you, man, you get experience about it, man. It's like I said, it's fun, bro. It's fun. I guess Hypno's about to be done pretty soon. Like 11:23. Yeah, man. I tell you, it's been fun. How long you do your streams for?
Oh, I usually go for just a little over 2 hours.
Yeah,
but you know, it's been fun. It's been good. You know, as long as the conversation's going good.
Oh yeah,
here.
The conversation is going fucking fantastic. I'm glad I joined. Like I said, I join other people's shows too, just to, you know, talk about, you know, cultural stuff. You guys talk about Mercante. We fucking blowing the spot on her ass. You know, like I said, your show's pretty decent, bro. You guys gotta sooner or later hope you get more people in the show. Like it could happen. Or you gotta just appear in other shows like I've been doing. I've been appearing on other shows, and people start like my you know, my attitude, you gotta just be humble. That's all, bro.
Well, for you, I can tell people like your energy. Now, I'm probably low energy, but you know, I don't give a fuck. You are who you are, right?
You know, it's not that. It's That you all, I talk to people, to guys like you all the time, bro. And believe me, I know how to get along with everybody, bro. I like having friends around. I love having conversation. I don't give a fuck who I talk to. I don't care if the person is black, white. I don't care if he's Indian. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're a good individual, bro, you're not an asshole piece of crap, and you're not
Yeah, you know,
opinionated. That's all that
it
matters.
reminds me before I was a bouncer, you know, and there was a lot of gays at the place I was a bouncer at, and we
Mhm.
didn't have a problem. But you know, long before that, before I was even a teenager, actually, I took a lot of martial arts, and three of my senseis were black. I had two good black friends that that we would practice damn near every day. Well, you know, half the week we'd do weights, and the other half we'd do martial arts and sparring. But
Mhm.
you know, but today I'm just a racist, bigoted, blah 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 blah.
That's a problem. Like, and they do the same thing to me. So basically, we're in the same fucking category, which is funny because you know what it is, though. They call me a bigot. You call me a racist. You a white piece of shit. I was like, first of all, you stupid motherfucker. I'm Puerto Rican and Peruvian because I'm mixed. I'm not even fully Puerto Rican. It's so goddamn funny. Like it's just people. These species, like I said, it's the generation of these people.
Yeah, and
That's fucked up.
uh I'm probably more than half Native American. The reason I don't look that much like it is the part that's not Native American is Irish. So it,
Yeah.
you know, comes
It,
out, just makes me look like your average white person.
it's funny. It's funny because you gotta sometimes put people in their places real quick, bro. Like, oh my god, I just laugh about it, Lois. I tell you, it's fucked up, fucking people. I got one time I had a rage bait with one of the Wookiees at the internet. I was like, okay, so I put a picture of Airbag with 3001, effing jokes, which is exactly what that coming from. It starts with F and it starts with an F and a T at the end. And I sent it to Atreus. Atreus put it out there. I swear, bro, that fucking picture has like fucking 4,000 views. And I had all these Wookiees attacking me left and right, and Atreus not saying nothing back. So I got into a rage bait with this guy named Hood Ornament, and I sent him a tombstone with his face and everything on him. I said, "Bye, motherfucker," and I fucking blocked him. It was like, "Bye."
Yeah,
Was
you know,
bad.
most of the community that you and me are a part of, I mean, well, we may be on the lowest rungs of that community, but all the same, there's some good people in this community.
It's a lot of good people, man. We just gotta find the good ones and have them on our side, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think this Wednesday, even Ryan said we might have Grums as our guest.
Well, you know, he was saying on Wednesday we'd have Ginger Prime.
No, hopefully we do. Because not too many, like I said, not too many people are gonna be fans of Grums. I don't got nothing against Grums. I like Grums. You know what I'm saying? I think Grums be putting some good shit out there, bro. It's just that it's the Wookiees that hate him. I don't hate Grums. Like maybe I don't know the guy like that to criticize, but I don't hate Grums. It just
And
that people.
while we're at it, we give a shout out to Reality Based and Ryan and John and everybody else is on Reality Based because they gave me a chance, and I'll always be grateful for that.
Yep. That's why Ryan, I was about to quit my stream. Like I think what motivated me is that Ryan opened the doors, and I end up going to a lot of people's shows. I end up going to your show. I end up going to Tony Stark. So problematic white guy introduced me to Tony Stark. Tony Stark he invited me to shows every week. Invites me to shows every week. And you know what? It's been like for the past 3 to 4 weeks, I've been going to Tony Stark parties. And he's always doing the shows with the, impersonation of Alf, Kermit the Frog, Hank
Well, you know,
Hill.
the first show of his that I watched, I was like, I'm not sure this is for me. It's not really my thing. And I caught on like, I get where he's coming from, and it's a different type of entertainment than the rest of us are doing, but it is
Yep.
still entertainment, and he does do good at it.
It's funny. I got in it. Me, I do gaming streams, but I talk about video games and review them, and I will tell you it's a good game. The game I'm playing was playing earlier. That's a good game. I tell you right now, it's a fun game. It's arcade-ish, but it's a lot of fun. I love racing games. I say it's worth it. It's only $30 on the internet, on Steam. But there was a car, a team, which is an iconic team, which they fucked up. They changed it from White Purist to Perfect Purist. And I was like, why the fuck would they change the name from from the Wanderers team? That's supposed to be the Wanderers. That's always been the White Purist. Nah, because of the Japanese and the West over here got mad, so they made them change the name. But it's fucking stupid. Like right now, if I, for example, make a video game and I say this is the white team, right? For example, doesn't mean that have to do with race. Why you gonna freaking discriminate the color white? It's a color.
Yeah.
You know what
How
I'm
the
saying?
fuck are they gonna play chess with white pieces and black pieces?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to explain. So they erase the name white and they make it Perfect Purist or Perfection, whatever, on the racing game. So they did an update and patch on that because somebody got anal because of the word white. I mean, seriously. So I thought I was gonna change the cars to black because the cars itself are white. It's a group of cars. They call themselves the White Purists. This is not a name of a gang of a white people. It's the name of a car club. But they actually know they wanted to be anal about it, and it's like, let's make it perfect purification. Not white purification, perfect purification. And this is the problem. Anything you say white to them hurts them. Oh my god, my eyes. Oh, I gotta change it to a black person because I'm white myself, and he's racist and bigoted. And like, no, seriously, a white person using a black character narrative, you crazy shit. It was like the characters in Ubisoft, they were all made by white feminists. If you look at the whole group of them, I looked it up. Hypno put it out there, and so everybody else out there. Yeah, Yasuke was made by white feminists, all females, because I haven't seen that even one black chick in that group. And if that white black chick, but it was a black chick in that group, an actual base white chick, that bitch would have said something. I mean, black chick, that bitch would have said something. She would have said something. Oh, yeah, racist. That would happen.
You were talking about you do gaming streams, and what popped in my head is arcades from way back in the day. I used to love the hell out of going to the arcade.
Oh yeah, I have 345,000 video games in that arcade myself. Yeah.
You made your own arcade cabinet?
Yeah. It was fun. The only thing that was hard for me is doing the LEDs, because I had to cut the wires and squeeze it in and clamp it, and it was a pain. It took me hours to do. So I had to make a daisy chain. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make a daisy chain to run the power from the controller to everything, and putting the wires like to make the configuration was not easy either. Like,
that reminds me in the 90s, and I was broke as shit, and my keyboard gave out. So I had keyboard and I had another non-working keyboard, and they had two different kinds of ends on them. So I cut the end off of one, spliced it in the other, but I had no guide. I had to go wire by wire, as the multiple wires contained within one, right? I had to go wire by wire, figuring out the order in which to make it work. But after a couple hours, I got them all in the right order, got them all spliced together, had me a working keyboard.
Oh yeah, man. I tell you, man, just fun stuff that I do, man. It's just, I do this because out of inspiration, and I do this because out of motivation. And I want other people to see that if I could do something like this, so can they. If I could become a freaking streamer right now, the way you guys are doing it, I could do the same thing too. Like I say, we gotta get people chances, bro. Because you never know. They could shine, bro. They could shine. And I'm hoping wish the best for everything, you know.
Well, when it comes right down to it, and we have all these queer, LGBTQ people, and we have people like us, who's gonna matter? The people who know how to do shit. And we, generally speaking, we're the ones that know how to do shit.
But
we'll be saving people's asses if it comes down to it, not them.
Yeah, because those people are no-brainers. Like, how many people die in a hospital because you have a DEI hire that doesn't even know how to operate a human being on the table? Tell me, what kind of education is that? Because all you're gonna have is rainbow flags in your eyes. No, are you thinking about having rainbow flags in your eyes, or are you gonna think about doing your job and try to save that human life? Because you have a DEI hire. How many airplane crashes we had over the weekend?
Yeah, I was just saying some of that to Elijah earlier.
How many airplanes? Tell me. Helicopters. Airplane crashes or helicopter. You know why? DEI hires. We still got DEI, even though Trump had banned it. The DEI program, we still got DEI under our noses.
Yeah.
Okay, they're still gonna continue with that. You think DEI is gonna not leave anytime soon? No, it's not. We have to wait for maybe a year or two for the next generation to change it. But the problem is, as long as we have DEI and censorship going around, remember, it's so even with Trump now, it's still gonna be censorship because we have corrupt democratic people running everywhere under our noses.
Yeah, that's very, very true. I mean, we did a video about this a few days ago where the National Archives was begging people to come and read the archives and write it down again because nobody can read cursive.
Yeah, it's crazy. And you know what's funny? I know how to write cursive. I know how to write cursive since I was in elementary. You know what I'm saying? I write real nice in cursive, like real nice. But these kids nowadays, they don't know how to write cursive. Some of these kids nowadays don't even know what ABC 1 to 3 is. It's freaking insane. It's insane. Like I said, these kids are only raised on the internet, not raised by the parents itself. You know what I'm saying? So it's me and my wife raised our daughter. Now she's on that computer. But remember, she's 17 years old. She's going to school. You know what I'm saying? She's going to school for business. Today she sold some stuff on the internet. She made some money. You know what I'm saying? So she tried to be her own business lady. She doesn't want to work for anybody. She wants to start her own business. So you know what? I have to support it. I have to support that dream. And you know what?
They taught cursive when I was in school. It hadn't been that long since I heard that they didn't teach cursive anymore. I was like, what the fuck? But they never, to me, my own experience, they never taught us how to read it. Everybody could. They just could. You had your occasional character that was written differently, but 99% of them were the same fucking characters with loops on them. Just like, hey, I can read this. It's just letters with loops.
Yeah,
for the most part.
It's easy to write a letter. You just gotta loop it up. I could write my name in cursive like it's no tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, learn to write. He said, right. Charlie Nuclear is right, bro. Learn to write. It's something simple. Listen, there's such thing as YouTube. YouTube can teach you a lot of shit. If your teacher, listen, I learned a lot of shit from YouTube that my teacher never taught me. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a guidance. Now it looks easy as it is when you learn it from YouTube, but try to do it yourself. It's not gonna be easy. I learned how to fix computers because of YouTube too. I learned a lot of shit. But there are certain things on YouTube you can't find that you have to learn on your own. You have to get a book for it and read it. And read the numbers, read all the shit.
I guess we're about to wrap up this show for now. Been on there for a while now. And it's been fun. I mean, you've been a great guest.
I know. I had to come in and give you a shout out. Hopefully you guys got some subscribers and stuff like that. Or, I do my best I can to appear in other shows,
I'm pointing people to your channel here, trying to do my best to promote you.
Yeah, I've been doing the same thing. I've been trying to tell people to go to your show too, you know, because sometimes, like I say, hold up a second. When somebody ever comes to my, you know what? I think did I say something earlier this morning to shout out to you to go follow you? I gotta start doing that more often because I get into the freaking games. The problem is, yeah, I want to support people too, man. But like I said, I mean, people in the chat should see other people in the chat be like, "Yo, support my man's over here too." You know,
Thank
you
you.
know, somebody fact, I did was supporting somebody. I supported Senior Herd. Also, that's why I say, yo, Senior Herd. I mean, I want to follow you too. You know?
Thank you, Weirin of Bly. You're always welcome here too. Weirin of Bly is always showing up. He's been a good supporter.
Every time I hear that name, I think of a dragon. You know,
Is
like
that
a wearing.
Levistro. Yo, I love Levistro though. Levistrous, yo, he's fantastic.
Levistro, he's really knowledgeable. He's helped help support me. He's a good guy. I mean, he seems like the kind of guy that you don't want to piss off for sure.
No, I know that for sure. He sounds like it. He sounds like real nice. But you know what it is? I join his stream sometimes on Wednesdays, and I not on a Wednesday, like I think it was a Friday. Friday he was doing the stream and he was playing this medieval night game. So it's like, you know what? I'm gonna go hang out with Levistro tonight because there was nobody on. So like after everybody left, I was like, I seen Levistro. He's doing this like dragon stuff, and he does his Farmer Scopia on Wednesday where he plays like his little Ghostbuster games with his like. It's like you ever see that show Ghost Hunter. He plays a video game. He plays a video game just like it. And he has like
it's something like Phantasma something.
It's pretty cool. I'm not into those type of games, but having a conversation with him on the chat and watching him play those games, it's just pretty cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And to the nobody, thank you. Thank you for showing up. It has been a good show for the chat and the guests.
Same here, man. Same here. And I'm glad I came by to give you a shout out. I had a conversation about Mercante. Like I said, man, always follow Noise Pollution. I'm Furious Dan 30 from Virtual Overkill. I'm at Furious Dan 3086. I do game streams, reviews. I also got other projects I'm working on for the arcade machines and stuff like that. So right now, at the moment, I got a lot of projects to work on. So I can't guarantee you promises that it's gonna be able to be live streamed with. So I also got a second show at Rumble at Furious Dan 45 only on Fridays. So you can follow me there if you guys want. I do play the same game from Retro Overkill to here. I mean, that's a matter as long as I'm there to hang out. As long as I'm there to chill.
And for all you viewers, if you possibly can watch my shit. I don't care if you watch it in the background, but I need the watch hours. I hope to at some point get monetized.
No, you will get monetized. Just a matter of fact, you got like over 2,000 subscribers. You're supposed to have been monetized already.
Well, it's the watch hours. Either one or the other will get you. And I'm probably like, I don't know, like 800 or 1,000 watch hours short of being monetized, but you have to get it all within a 1 year period, right? So I got a long way to go. I need a lot of watch hours before I can get monetized.
So I got an analytic, right? Is it analytic you gotta look at on the YouTube studio? I gotta check that out. I'm mind doing like 8-hour streams one of these days, like straight out. But I gotta do it like on a Friday or Saturday. But I have to be like constantly do it early in the morning, play a whole entire game for straight 8 hours. Like one day at a Saturday, hit those hours hard.
I'm about 2,200 hours short of being monetized, and I have to get that many in within a year's time.
Yeah, we gotta hit it hard. So I gotta find out. I'll you know what? I'll look it up. And how many hours we gotta hit, and then that's gonna be a bitch. You gotta do mostly game streams. Will get you those hours because you get entertained. Mostly video game streams.
Okay, I think we're gonna wrap this up now.
Shout out!
I'm glad
to
you joined us. You made the show real great. I mean, really. I had Levistro on one night, and that motherfucker can really carry a show because he likes to talk a lot and he's very knowledgeable. And
Yeah.
I can say the same is true for you.
Yeah, same here, man. Like I said, you gotta get guests on the show sometimes. You gotta spike it up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta throw in the spice in there and just make a joke or two. You know, you gotta do it. That's how everybody grows. You know what I'm saying? Within the family, we grow each other like here. You know what I'm saying? So this is a good thing. You know, so like I said, man, Noise, thank you for having me, man. You know,
Once more, as a general reminder.
Me! Choose me! Love me!
oh my God! Please, I am not saying that toothpick. It's disgusting. Okay, they're not even consider that a woman. Okay, she don't got no boobs or ass. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Not even a twerk like Charlie Nuclear say. That
You ain't got nothing to twerk.
There's no flapping them guns in the back, them gums in the back.
And,
Ain't no flapping that shit, man.
Daxonar hasn't shown up my stream in a while. I don't know what the fuck's up with him. I mean, he's always supported me. I'm cool with him, but he hasn't shown up in a while now. I've been waiting for him to show up. I've been wanting to throw this out at him.
I'd be catching Dax Nut on Hypnocast a lot. So wait, no. You know what I'm saying? Like lately I've been skipping Hypno. Just to support my other people like you guys and stuff like that. I could have put Hypno on and could have been on his chat. But I mean, what's the point? I know exactly what he's gonna say. He's gonna talk about Mercante, he's gonna talk about this guy and the Wookiees ruin their video games, which I do respect and admire that because I want him to do that.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Hypnotic. I'm a big fan of his, but his show has gotten a little stale. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Yeah, a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But you know what it is? As long as he keeps on doing it, it explodes the Wookiees out the door.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to keep doing what he's doing, but it's his habits of opening the show the same way, doing the same format every show, same way every time. It's just my opinion, but I would change it up a little bit.
No, he does over time. He did his character and stuff like that. But you know what it is? He likes to introduce his fans. At the beginning, he wants to know who's there. Most of the time, he's been introducing me. And mostly right now, I'm already like in a bigger verse. Everybody knows me.
Well, you know, that may be the reason why he's so successful. You know, maybe I'm just dumb for it. Who's the fuck am I to say, right?
You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be, like I said, there's always ways to entertain somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, that's it for us. Till next time, I'll see everyone later. And thanks to Furious Dan for showing up. He's been a great conversationalist. And we'll see you next time.
All right, Noise.
Bye.
Your feelings can fuck off, you non-binary bitch. Telling everyone we're wrong while you sexualize kids. Keep your pronouns in your pants, this ain't the time or place. Unless you think you can dance, I'll punch that confused face. My pronoun is